Y'all hold on 1 second. I'm setting everything else up. Let's see. All right, I'm sending it out to my moderators. Let's see. Also got good coverage. Oh. Okay. All right, y'all. Everybody's coming in, man. Listen, thank y'all so much for coming in. Y'all do me a favor. Do your boy a favor. If y'all can, man, share this out. I don't know how you do it. I'm still new to YouTube, but share it on your TikTok platform. Share it out on your Instagram. They are still live. Allie is still live as we speak. Okay? Boy, I got so much stuff to cover. All right? So right now we are live and only here on YouTube, not TikTok. Why? It's because I need to be myself for a second. All right? Krista, how you doing? Eddie, how you doing? Kitty Shaw, how you doing? But yeah, like I said, man, y'all share it out, man. Let everybody know that your boy Great Vibes on 10 for the win is live now on YouTube. Also, I just posted a video on my page to let people know I am live over here. Yes, they are still live. They are still live. Or I think she ended it. No, she's still live. She's still live. So, boy, we got, y'all listen, I got so much stuff to talk about. So much stuff to talk about. All right? I'm talking about, you, boy, it's one thing to make accusations about someone. All right? It's one thing to make accusations about someone. But the last thing you want to do, send that. The last thing you want to do is you keep calling somebody a pedo. I'm gonna show y'all this. I just emailed myself something, and I want to thank one of my investigators from TikTok. Man, that young lady is amazing. She sat and watched the whole live. She sat and watched the whole live, and I was looking from the outside in because I knew that she was responding to your boy Great Vibes. And when I play this live, y'all, I want y'all to understand something. Even her storylines is still fucked up. But this young lady is still mad at me. This young lady is still mad at me for exposing her. Do y'all understand? She mad at me for exposing her. But watch this right here. Watch this right here. You can get mad at me all you want, young lady. You need to be mad with yourself. Because I'm playing your videos of you speaking. Great Vibes ain't saying a motherfucking thing. So when you go live on somebody else's platform, make sure you have your details lined up before you speak on somebody's name. You already spoke on President Obama, said that he fuck you. You already spoke on Joe Biden, said he fuck you. You already spoke on Michelle Obama, said she fuck you. Everybody fuck you. Now I'm a pedo. All right. So I'm going to show y'all something. Let me get this together. Let me show y'all this. When I tell y'all some things, it's just, it's sad. All right. Now, Before we get started, I'm finna show y'all this. And I'm gonna blow it up. Let's blow this up. This is the part of the live where she mentioned, she didn't say my name directly. And I want to make sure I get that clear. But everybody in the chat knew who she was talking about. Look at this comment. Not so good vibes is ridiculously obsessed. Talking about your boy Great Vibes. Y'all see that? It's probably a little blurry. It's the best I can do. Not so good vibes, which is me. I am madly obsessed with Allie. I'm going to tell y'all why she's making these statements. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me transition it over. There it is. All right, I blew it up. Hopefully y'all can see it. I do apologize. She said, if you read, it's where Charlie commented, said, not so good vibes is ridiculously obsessed. Talking about me, right? My name is Great Vibes. Now, the people that's pushing her narrative, she's not calling them obsessed or pedos or none of these names, because they are pushing her content. But anybody that speaks against her content, she calls them every name in the book as low as a pedo. So I wanted to show y'all that before we get started with this. I think her live just ended. Now, I'm not going to call out the content's creator. I'm not going to call out this particular content creator. I don't get down like that. But I'm going to say this to you, young lady. You need to be careful who you have on your platform. This young lady by the name of Allie Carter, Tori Outlaw, that you are interviewing, ma'am, I don't know you. Please be careful, because you do not want to put your platform in a position to be compromised, to where all these lives you did with Allie Carter, come to find out most, not all, but most of her stories was false. All right. Now, thank y'all so much for tapping the screen, man. Thank y'all so much. So now we finna get started with the video. The live is done. They are no longer live. All right. That's the beautiful thing with running two computers, right? You can see multiple shit, right? They are no longer live. Good. Now I can hit play. Everybody's coming in. Yo, you say, yeah, she seems like a nice lady. I feel bad for the content creator that interviewed her. I hope she wake up. So Tori's mother reached out to her a few years ago and told her that she wasn't pleased. Now, this is per her mother. You know, she wasn't pleased that, you know, she having Tori, Allie Carter, on her platform spewing all this mess. Now, when I play this video, when I play this live, right, I was waiting for her to go live. When I play this live, I want y'all, because I'm not going to say nothing. See, she's accusing me of discrediting her name, putting threats out on her. I work for the Black Panthers, all this bullshit, right? Allie, young lady, I'm not the one to be played with. I ain't your motherfucking mama, and I ain't your daddy. Watch who you put your mouth on calling somebody a pedo. Now, she tried to If y'all notice when I go live, I've been showing her videos from years ago of her painting these stories. How she started off, where these accusations come from when she was 3 months, and then 4 years old, and 9 years old, and then 12 years old, and 14, and 15, and 16, and 17. I don't say the stuff. I will play the video and let her say it, and I will just make it comical. That's it. She mad at me for playing her videos. She mad at me for looking at her own self lie on the camera. She mad at me for doing that. Young lady, this shit don't faze me. I'm going to keep my foot on your neck until you come on my platform and let's have an interview. Stop going to people that's not going to challenge your stories. Because all these content creators' lives that you go on, they just sit back and don't ask nothing. They just let you talk. They don't challenge none of your stories. Over here, we ask questions. Now, y'all, it's Friday night. Sit back on your couch in your bedroom. If you were watching on your cell phone, if you got a smart TV, God damn it, put me on the big screen. Because we about to have fun tonight. You said she was animated? Boy, look right here. I got it. I got the full interview right here. Leah said, it's about to go down. Woo woo. Boy. All right, let's get started.
Oh man, look, just to prove, look, we are live right now.
Let me get this echo out.
July the 11th, all right?
Let me make sure I got it too. Here we go.
Is it July the 11th for you?
It is July the 11th for me.
Awesome.
Girl,
I see that image is real familiar. Look at that.
One of my favorites. So profound. So profound. Especially what's going on right now.
Listen, it is an Allie Carter takeover. All right, in case you didn't know, yes. Usually this is time for a GSL talk show episode to air, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Look, blessings on blessings. We got Allie Carter back in the building, y'all. Woo!
Thank y'all so much for having me again.
Of course. Look, you home. I mean, this might gonna be your channel. You know what I'm saying? Look, under new management. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, who are you actually? Who is this Miracle Sims person? Like, what is this?
Wait a minute, Randy. Hold on. She says something about her father. I caught near like the middle to the end of the live because I was busy spending time with my family. She said something about her father. What? What? All right, y'all. Let's listen to the video. Let's listen to the live, all right?
Girl, you better stop. You are amazing. There is sincerely no platform that I can find that holds up with so many different firm foundations. The firm foundation right now is Jesus Christ on your platform. And I appreciate you for that. Not many people have that. Not many people want to touch that. And not only is the firm foundation on Jesus Christ, but it's been built in Jesus Christ. It's saturated in the blood of Jesus. But then you're able to have conversations about everything else. And I really appreciate that, because not everybody has um, a religion, let alone a relationship. So it says so much. I'm not religious. I have a relationship, just as much as me and you got this friendship. You know what I'm saying? And this sistership we got going on. You know, so
Yes.
I know a lot of people don't understand that, and some people are like, I ain't here for that. We here for the truth about the children, but there's so much that's built in your platform, and I really appreciate you for that. I do feel home. Thank you.
Listen, I mean, I know people still are questioning, you know, they're like, oh, GSL, you know, how you got God in the midst of the sex conversation? Don't get me started, because y'all know they're my topics, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, the problem is we try to keep taking them out of the conversation. That's the point. Like, you know, but we ain't gonna get too deep into that unless you're ready. You know, if you want to get deep into that as well. But you know, so again, like, even talking to someone just earlier for a future episode of GSL Talk Show, you know, we kind of were connecting on that side of the conversation as well. Just again, this sex conversation is just very huge, and if we as believers don't, I guess, exert some authority in this, right? Because if we believe in Jesus the Christ and we say he's the God of the universe, right, and all these things, that means his order is the way. And so if we don't stand for that, and if we don't, you know, have conversations in regards to that, and, you know, introduce that to our children and things of that nature, then, I mean, unfortunately, you know, testimonies like mine and my childhood happens, testimony like yours and your life and whatnot happens. And because people pervert the conversation of sex, and it's not just a conversation, obviously they pervert sex, period. But therein lies the problem. And so, you know, if it got to be little old me starting the conversation, I guess the Lord, you know, see fit for, I mean, me to like rip the Band-Aid off and let people know, like, hey, Christians need to be talking about sex too. So, I mean, just side note, sidebar. I know you talking about other stuff too, but
The sad part is a lot of people who read their Bible and that don't understand what they're reading, don't understand the similarities and everything. A friend of mine once told me, it was a friend of mine, I know that went out on somebody else's post, but it was a friend of mine after I mentioned it, that said the Bible is your war manual. And, you know, I am not as saved as I need to be. God is not done with me yet. I still have my moments. My anger is hot. I'm healing. I'm still hurting. And I don't know him the way that I completely should. And I can admit that. And there's people who have read their Bible and who know the Bible back and forth. I know Satanists know the Bible more than a Christian. And they still don't understand that the stories in the Bible are catching you up to what's going on today. And some people still don't believe why they're going to church or understand that it's not for a fashion show. You're not going there to make friends. You're not going there to see what cute outfit somebody has on. And you're not going there to look saved. It's, do you understand that war manual that you have and the stories that have been told that match the stories of today? I still need the hood version of so many so many stories, because I had people that were shoving the Bible at me, and I was like, you know what? I said, I don't want to hear it. I was looking in several different places. I was many different religions from being in so many different situations. And I was looking for peace. I even started dabbling and thinking, like, what is witchcraft? Because there's somebody is finding peace somewhere. Somewhere. You know, this world wasn't just created on a big bang. It was, all of our bodies, everything in your body works together. How do you think that happened? God, you can't duplicate God's creations. You can't. You can try, but you can't do it. And it's amazing to see how many people don't understand what you're reading is modern day. You just don't. You're too busy looking into an intense
Shout outs to Liz for the super chat. Thank you so much, Liz, for your super chat.
fashion show, an outfit, trying to throw the first stone when you when you don't understand what you're reading. So,
girl, listen, look, there's so many quotes that just like floated through my heart and mind, like as you were talking. First of all, like Frank Turek says, like, man, what do he usually be saying? He be saying, you know, you say it's the Big Bang. I'm just telling you who banged it. First of all, right? And in the fact that you are admitting, I mean, at the end of the day, again, this is, I say this all the time, but this is the even playing field for everybody. If you really truly look at it, at the end of the day, we have all sinned and fallen short. None of us have arrived, right? So you're sitting here confessing that, hey, I may not have it all together. I still am struggling with here and struggling there. We all are, man. And at the end of the day, that's why Jesus had to do what he did, right? Because none of us was qualified to do it. And so, God had to come in the form of a man to say, hey, I'm going to make a way for y'all, X, Y, and Z, because nobody else or none of us other humans could do it. And so that's the gospel. Like, look, we didn't know we was going to have a great theologian, Allie Carter, tonight, but I mean, look. To God be the glory. That's that. I was like, look, titles and all.
Don't listen to me. Don't follow me. I don't know where I'm going.
Look, follow me as I follow Christ.
Okay. I'm still, the road is narrow. All right.
That's the way you want to go. The narrow way. Allie's scared. Look, she's look. The Lord done graced you, right, for whatever he got this road he got you on, and so you gonna be all right.
Somewhere
it is, you gonna be
somewhere
all right.
At one point, somewhere Jesus got to fix it. So.
For everybody that's coming in, we just getting started. But I'm going to say this. If you're going to quote, I'm not a Christian. However, if you're going to quote the Bible as a Christian, I'm assuming, make sure you quote it correctly. That's why I'm doing this right here, because this is not the live for it. Y'all, she's about to get started. Because Allie she was live today for about 3 hours trying to correct these stories that I was bringing to you all on TikTok and YouTube. And her shit is all over the place. With Shelly in the background, lying again. Ladies, Tori and the other young lady, the Bible say, when Jesus was talking, he said, don't only do like me, but I want you to do more greater things than me. And then he also said, you should carry up your crosses daily. I'm not even a Christian, and I know that.
So, man, you are blessing us once again here on GSL. Look, I don't know why little old me got so much favor, but I'm grateful. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful. So, I mean, I know you have things you want to share with us. You know what I'm saying? So, we can sit here and talk all day. So, I want to make sure we stay focused. Things of that nature. So, I know you have some things you want to talk about. I still got my questions from last time, and we know. And now that you live, we know the people probably got their questions and whatnot as well. So, I mean, I guess first things first. What you doing here, Allie Carter? You know what I'm saying? Weren't you supposed to be taking somebody and suing people? You know what I'm saying? Why you ain't over there? I see y'all got me started. Why you ain't suing nobody, Allie? When you gonna give this information to the public and the mainstream media? That propaganda source. When you gonna do that? All the questions, you know what I'm saying? And obviously you here after the Diddy trial. What you doing, Allie? Let me. You going to that GSL again?
I don't think anybody wants my answer as much as they think they do, but I can answer that because it's. Woo! I can answer that. We have been blessed to be able to, as you can see, we're not in the car, so.
Can we look to God be the glory not being in the car just for a few minutes? You know what I'm saying? Listen, to God be the glory. Yes.
It's cool in here.
Praise the Lord. Listen, we gotta praise him for all the small blessings. We don't know how much that shelter, right? That the walls and shelter means until you.
I want to see what story she's going to give. Let me go back on my page and let me find what she said about why she wasn't in the Diddy trial. I don't think I uploaded it on my YouTube. I mean on my TikTok. So she said the reason why she wasn't on the Diddy trial is because of jurisdictions. Sorry, y'all. It was certain boundaries that our federal FBI could not cross certain lines in the United States of America to serve these warrants. Ali's matter of fact, let me just play it. Let me just play it because I don't want to misquote her. I don't want to misquote her. Why she wasn't on a Diddy trial. Because before she give this story, now I haven't heard the beginning of this live, but before she give this story, I'm a play to you all what she said why she went on the Diddy trial. Are you serious? Listen, I thought I had the video. I played it several times on my. Hold on, y'all. I don't want to waste too much time, but do y'all remember what she said with the jurisdiction why she wasn't on the Diddy trial? Do y'all remember that? Before, because like I said, I haven't heard what she about to say. I don't want to waste too much time. So she said it was for jurisdictions, right? What happened to her happened in Los Angeles, California, at Diddy's house. But they are having the trial in New York. That's why she wasn't served. That's why she wasn't on the trial, because the incident between her and Diddy happened in Los Angeles, California, but the trial was taking place in New York. A federal case. That's why she wasn't on the trial. If you don't believe me, God damn it, find the video, because hell, I can't find it. I played it for you all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Everybody hold on. Yo, y'all listen. Jessica, let me ask you a question. No, don't even worry about it. So that's what she said. Is this it? Hold on. Wait, I think that's it. Hold on, y'all. I'm speeding up, y'all. You hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. The audio was playing. Now y'all gotta remember, I do apologize. The whole time I can hear it in my headphones, but I got it muted on y'all end. What the fuck am I doing? I'm using a software to stream YouTube. Y'all, I promise you I apologize. Let me hold on. Hold on, y'all. Okay, here it is. Hold on, y'all. I do apologize, y'all. Here it is.
It's the same thing with you see the people and the things with the immigrant and the border situation just coming in and deciding I don't want to follow anybody's rules. You got to follow our rules when you go into other countries, but I don't want to follow anybody's rules. I'm just coming in. I can't just walk into a case and be like I'm gonna get up on there on that case. First of all, because of jurisdiction. First of all, you with me? Are y'all with me? The comments are still on. I might turn them off in a second because I just want y'all to hear what I'm saying to you. But do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying about jurisdiction? First of all, people have a really big TV mentality. So they believe that just because I went through something on this case, that I was just supposed to pop up and go through this red carpet event of people fangirling of predators walking out of this case. Do you understand jurisdiction? Do you, Mary Wing, you said yes. You understand jurisdiction, right? First of all, a lot of people are not even stopping with that. There's so much TV mentality, chaos, and confusion, so I really want to explain some things to you real quick before we go. But jurisdiction is number one. This case took place in New York City. I dealt with Sean Combs in Los Angeles, California. Are y'all with me? That's first of all, we out of jurisdiction. Do you understand what I'm saying? I dealt with, I'm gonna say it again, I dealt with Sean Combs in Los Angeles, California at one of his many mansions. The case that is on right now that you guys are seeing is out of New York City. First of all. So that's one reason why I'm probably not invited to the Red Panther Party red carpet event. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay. So y'all heard out of her own mouth. Let's see what she said live today. Let's see if she's going to stick with that story.
You ain't in them. I'm sure you.
Until you see how hard it is to get it. I'm telling you right now, if I can decide what side of the refrigerator my eggs go on, I will be so excited.
Girl, you can get some eggs. Well, to God be the glory.
So the host asked her a question about the Diddy trial while she wasn't on the trial. Y'all see how they redirected the conversation? Let's see if she gonna talk about it.
Because how you gonna have the eggs in the car? Yeah, I mean, we're grateful to hear that you are able to get eggs these days. Praise
out. Those type of things that actually be stressing me out. No, but to answer that, if you hate me or not, I just want you to just try to think for a second. I'm trying to still have patience with people.
Talk about the Diddy trial.
I understand that there are some that are too weak-minded, senseless, simple-minded, uneducated. There's so many things going on that they can't figure out what's going on. So they're being led by the blind. And I understand that they can't see because of that. I don't
talk about the Diddy trial.
I don't need anybody to take my word for gold. We were trying to, before we start this, we were trying to get some insurance documents redacted and whatnot before we got on here.
Some more insurance.
Because it takes forever to find the insurance holder that is holding it, and then to get it to us, and then to read through the information and to relive it and to see, okay, what is going to help make this make sense. So there are some insurance documents that we have that we're going to go along with this in just a little bit. We'll have to drop them later. They're being redacted as we speak. But that question of why are we not on mainstream media? Now, I don't want to touch this Bondi, Epstein, Bongino situation too heavy because I'm still trying to see on what the update is. What is?
Ma'am, she asked you a question. Let's talk about why you wasn't on the Diddy trial. Why are you going in circles? Answer the fucking question.
Going on. It's completely confusing, and there's more that's about to drop any second now, clearly. So I won't touch it too heavy, but I want you to sit and think. How many times has the truth been put into your face? How many years have you been warned? If you are older than me and Miracle, if you are Gen X, if you are beyond that, how many times have you heard about a situation like mine? A situation like the Epstein files, a situation similar to what you're seeing in the news today. Now, it's easy for everybody to say, hey, all
Tiffany.
of a sudden the Epstein files don't exist. Everybody just go back to sleep. Usually a lot of people would do that. And I'm so excited, and I feel like
hey, Southern.
Very slow baby steps sometimes. But
talk about the Diddy.
It's a blessing, and I'm excited that some people can just say, hold on.
Yo, deflection is real. She deflected that question. Whoa. And I'm looking at the comments, right? That's the beautiful thing, right? With this software. I'm looking at the comments, and people are eating this shit up. Tori, answer the question. Why wasn't you on the Diddy trial?
Hold on. Because we could see the lies. we saw the lies coming from so many directions because we've lived through it. But for those who are uneducated that don't even know about it, I'm not saying that as some of you are sincerely like, I did not know. I sincerely didn't know. I'm here now and I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to piece it together. Your story is too big, it's unfathomable, it's scary. Um, I'm seeing very similar situations to other people, but I didn't know this existed. Now, why didn't you know it existed? Did the mainstream media tell you? Did the mainstream media tell you? Did you get an Amber Alert? How about everybody take a second to go look up how many children are missing in your area locally? You're going to get a lot of them, right? Now think about.
I told y'all the deflection is real. She was asked, let's talk about the Diddy trial. Why wasn't you on the Diddy trial? How the fuck we end back to some fucking Amber Alerts? You went all the way around Epstein files, all this shit. But, Allie, I got you. Let me help you out. Since you can't redact on what the fuck you said, why your ass wasn't on the Diddy trial. Let me help you out so the viewers can understand why you wasn't on the Diddy trial. And for everybody that's coming in, she was just live about an hour ago. Now, she didn't say my name directly, but I knew she was talking about my platform. And now she's trying to get her story together, and that shit all over the place. And she tore more people down. Listen up.
California. Are y'all with me? That's chaos and confusion, so I really want to explain some things to you real quick before we go. But jurisdiction is number one. This case took place in New York City. I dealt with Sean Combs in Los Angeles, California. Are y'all with me? That's first of all, we out his jurisdiction. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it again. I dealt with Sean Combs in Los Angeles, California at one of his many mansions. The case that is on right now that you guys are seeing is out of New York City. First of all.
Allie, ma'am, ma'am, let me ask you a question. When they played that video, when Cassie testified about what happened to her in the hotel room, the hotel lobby, was that in New York or was it in California? When they played the video footage in court, did it happen in New York or in California? When they raided his homes, did they raid his homes in California, Florida, or New York? You see how the math ain't math in here? You just tried to spit some shit out of your ass because now your ass is being challenged. All these years, you went and told people all this shit happened to you with Diddy. And now the reason why you wasn't on the trial is because the abuse happened in California, but the trial is taking place in New York at the federal building. So that means our FBI can't even cross lines into California to serve you, according to your narrative. Y'all, what the fuck are we doing? Don't worry, Allie, don't worry about it. I answered the host asked you a question. You answered it already. Don't even worry about answering the question.
About that. Weren't you supposed to get an Amber Alert? Did you see these parents of the children? The second they went missing, any time in the time, look how long, look at that date and see. In the time that it says that they were missing, did I see any parents out putting up posters? Did I see any flyers? Did I get an Amber Alert? Did I get a text message? Did I hear anybody talk about this on the news, a local news station? And where's the investigative journalist and the local news reporters to report on just the children? We can do the weather, I don't know how many times and how many ways, and they still can't get that right. But we won't speak on the children. Now, mainstream media, I don't know what that was. that at one point somebody had put up side by side the script of mainstream media. I don't know if somebody can find
I
that.
think I saw that in Out of Shadows, that video that had like all these newscasters in different states and everywhere, and they all were saying the exact
The
same thing.
same.
That for me
exact-
like solidified my feelings. I already felt some way about the news, but like when I saw that, I was like, yeah,
Yeah. So the mainstream media, everybody is. There's a few people that are. How come you're not on mainstream media? Because I was a child in a situation. How come you're not on mainstream media? Because I'm speaking a little too much truth that's going to get something uncovered that nobody wants to be touched. Of course, I'm not on mainstream media. I've tried. We recently we had 2 events, and it turns out we're doing a third. And
Ma'am, the reason why you are not on mainstream media, did you tell an I'm gonna help you out. You say you don't know why you're not on mainstream media. Don't worry, I got you. Let me help you out. Y'all give me a minute. I gotta go and get the video. Allie, did you tell what's this guy name? A reporter that did you tell a reporter that you was trafficked to Joe Biden? Did you tell this same reporter that you was trafficked to Obama and Michelle Obama? Did you not say that? When you come out with those crazy accusations, who the fuck want to put you behind a damn mic? Oh, listen, Laura, don't get me started. What the hell is going on with Elena? Elena, what's going on? Do your phone not work? Y'all, is Elena having trouble? I know we all new here on YouTube. Elena, is your phone? Listen, the way I got this set up is the same way I got it set up on. Had this got it set up on TikTok. You got it? You got it good? God damn it. Shit, Elena, because I see you look like you fighting with your phone. Put me on the big screen. What's going on, big dog? You say I got to pull my lap. Man, god damn, Elena. You gotta switch. Listen, Elena, get the fuck away from Cricket Wireless. T-Mobile, AT&T, it's the way to go. Get away from Cricket Wireless. Get you a smart TV from Walmart. They only $70. Oh, okay, you type it on your phone. Gotcha. My bad, Elena. Appreciate it. Gotcha.
A podcast and a 4th event, and I invited press, investigative journalists, news reporters, all that. We had the badges for them. We had everything set out. They didn't show up, and
they didn't show up. You had badges and everything. I thought the press come with their own badges, but you had badges for the press, and they ass didn't show up. Who did you invite? If they didn't show up, call them out. I told y'all. Listen, y'all. Listen. If you called up these press people, who the fuck was it? Call them out. Say, hey, look here. I invited y'all. Y'all didn't show up. But it's easy when you're dealing with a young lady And she just talk. And the content creator is not stopping her to ask her the right questions. People just let this woman talk and talk and talk. Ask her some questions. Like I said, I don't know this content creator. I don't have no problems with no content creator. I don't get down like that. That's why y'all don't see her picture. But when you interview somebody, ask questions. Because last time I checked, when I bring people on my platform to interview them, I ask them if they say something. We were like, hold on, whoa, stop. Let's break this shit down. I will ask questions so we can get our audience a little bit more informed on what's going on here. This is how you paint the picture so people can get a better understanding who, what, when, where, and why. I can't believe I said that. And I dropped out of 7th grade. Wooddale, thank you. Boy, y'all, it was tough. It was tough. It was tough. They had rats. Damn, they had rats. Boy, the rats were so big in that school. I set my book bag down on the floor and picked it up and went home. I just thought, my books got heavier. Went home. I normally do my homework in the bathroom, in the bathtub. Do we need to talk about that bathtub incident again? I normally do my homework in the bathtub. I'm already ass naked. I opened up that book bag and that rat jumped out. I'm in the bathroom naked with the door closed. How the fuck I'm finna get out of this? Y'all, I'm knocking everything over. Stuff just swinging. Yo, y'all, listen. Y'all, listen. I swear, the shit that be going through my head, right? I don't know where the fuck this shit comes from. It just comes. And I can't say this on TikTok. I can say it here. The shit that goes on here, y'all, you'll be surprised. All right, y'all, let's continue.
When you look at, let's go back, because some people are just like, I can't understand it with you. Okay, don't understand it with me. Let's take a second to go to what's happening right now in the news. We see, that how many people came out? Did you know about the McMartin preschool kids? If you don't, look them up. Did you know about John Benet Ramsey? Her story don't make any sense. If you don't, look it up. Did you hear about the amounts of children that they've saved, 200 here, 100 there? But do you hear anything about aftercare? Do you hear anything about their parents? Do you hear anything about where they were taken from? I'm not talking about, breaching confidentiality of their whereabouts and what exactly. Of course not. No, don't do that. But when you look at all these things and you stop for a second, how many Epstein victims came out and told you not only was it Ghislaine, not only was it Jeffrey Epstein, I suffered for years. How many of those people came out? Look them up. Virginia Jeffrey, look her up. She's no longer here to tell you, but look her up. How many times, how many ways, for how many years?
Y'all, I found it. I found it.
There's Kaylee Cummings. There's Casey. Is it Casey?
Okay, so she said, I don't know why news reporters won't take my calls or they won't show up to my events. Allie, I'm finna let you listen to yourself on why nobody reached out to your ass.
I was sold to Joe Biden multiple times. I went from the Buckingham Palace to under the Getty Museum in Los Angeles. And everybody is so worried about the elite. And we could give those names of Barack Obama, Joe Biden. We know about Michelle Obama, that's a man. We know about Too Short. We know about Akon and Steven Tyler. And we can give those names all day. And everybody is so worried about that. But what you should be worried about is the people that are in between. The people that go as low as your grave diggers. I was trafficked to people within my schools. I was trafficked in underground tunnels that link under your schools, through your cemeteries, under your amusement parks, through Universal Studios, and into Hollywood elite homes all over the place, all over the world.
So the names that you just mentioned, Barack Obama, Steven Tyler, Joe Biden, Michelle Obama, have you had personal sexual experiences with these people?
Yes.
These people participated in sex abuse firsthand with you?
Yes.
Can you tell that story? Because that's important for people to understand and to know. And to this point, I don't think a national platform has given you.
So I don't want y'all to say Great Vibe said anything. She said that her motherfucking self. Don't play with me. Don't get mad at me for using your words against your own self. You asked who did the interview? The guy named.
And to this point, I don't think a national platform has given you the opportunity to say.
I don't know his name, but that's the guy right there.
Because everybody is complicit. It is covered up by your local FBI. It is covered up by your local police department.
That's the guy. One of my investigators sent me the link to his platform. I just got to go through the emails to find it. All right, and I don't want to do it now, but I will get that information for you. You said it's on Facebook. Chasing. I don't know how to say that. The Seed Report. That's the name of it. He said, so they said it's on Facebook. Stu Peters. That's his name. I think that's his name. Stu Peters. That's his name. Yes, Stu Peters. That's his name. He the one that did the interviewing. Now, he's a huge content creator. He did that interview. So notice he was asking questions. And she said, yes, I was trafficked by Joe Biden and the Obamas.
Casey Anthony, there's so many different stories. There was the Turpin children? Is that? The Turpin children in Marietta, California. If you look at all these things and you continue to see the similarities, you stop and ask, where was the mainstream media? How come I'm getting this from a sidebar? How come I'm understanding this from you right now? How come I'm just now hearing about this? How come I didn't see those similarities back then? Where was the mainstream media? The same way I've been asking, where's the mainstream media for me? At one point in 2022, I want to say it was, and I will repost all those letters. I'll hand them to you. I think you probably wrote one. Screenshots of so many different letters of people writing news stations. And at one point I said, hey, don't use my name. Don't say anything about me. Ask about what's happening in your local area. People wrote Fox News, CNN. People wrote everyone, and not one answer. There were some automated responses, but there wasn't an answer, an honest answer. I think people wrote RSBN News. Somebody wrote so many different sides just to see where do they stand in regards to the truth, and why can't they just report on it? They're not going to. How do you not see that by now? It's blowing my mind to see how many people are still like, it's right there. I still don't. Just open your eyes. I don't see it. Open your eyes. I don't see it. Just open. I still don't see it.
Mm.
Like, I can't, there's only so much that we can do. We can't understand the information for you. We can tell you as much as we can. We can tell you as personal as it gets for us, and we can tell you for those that we see. And then you can look around and look at history repeating itself and then continue to see it. But how many times does it take for people to see, hold on, we don't talk about the children? Now people are trying to tell everybody, go back to sleep. The Epstein is just dismissed. All of a sudden it was on the desk. Now it's not on the desk. This Bongino Bondi Cash Patel situation. And on May 25th of this year, my mom addressed a few things that were stated by Pamela. And this whole situation is not a surprise at all for any survivor. This is just the way that it works. No one that has paid attention, that knows what's going on, I'm talking to you, hi, yes, you, that knows what's going on, that wasn't a surprise to you. It's just a slap in the face. Because it's like, how many ways did you get called a conspiracy theorist and a crazy and this is too dark and no, and it wasn't Diddy. He's a good man because everybody just sees him in the social media eye, not behind closed doors. The DOJ covered it up, security covered it up, FBI covered it up, police covered it up, maids, if we go top to bottom, everybody covered it up, just like they covered up Casey.
The FBI covered it up. The FBI covered up Diddy. Tory Outlaw, Allie Carter, ma'am, who brought charges against Diddy? Who took Diddy to court? See, y'all, listen. I told y'all, people just let this woman talk. And don't say, hold on, okay, maybe police, okay, we don't have no evidence or none of this shit. But how could the FBI cover up what was going on with Diddy if they the one that brought the charges against him? They the one that put him in handcuffs and took him in. The fuck?
Anthony, John Benet Ramsey, the Turpin Children, McMartin Preschool, Tory Outlaw, me. And still, people come and attack me because you don't have the mind to think for yourself. It's not my fault that you're uneducated to the truth. It's your fault that you've been late to the party. It's not my fault that you're just not getting this. It's your fault that it's taking you so long to wake up to the truth that is personally in your backyard. A lot of people don't want to deal with things until it's personal. It's easy to take a look at this video and to be like, well, I don't believe her. It's easy to go look at John Benet Ramsey's case and be like, I don't know. I don't know what to believe. That child is dead. I was sold. This white woman didn't come from nowhere that I call mom. That is my mom. So what do you think happened? If you're looking at everything in this whole thing with this Epstein case, the justice system is rigged. I've been trying to tell people that from the get-go. I have been through court cases, private investigators. I've been through the Child Protective Services government agency system as a child. I have dealt with every piece of the system to know already that the justice system is rigged. And me and you are no different. Everybody is like, oh, you're so strong. I'm just me. The only difference between you and me is I stand in this fire a little bit different than you do. And I'm not talking to you, Miracle, because you're standing in this fire boldly. I know you. I scoot over, sis. I know you don't. If the shoe don't fit, don't lace it. But I'm
Thank you for correcting me with this damn sound. Fuck! So, Crystal was correct in the comments. She said all she talks about is the news. Her support base, when her and Shelly read Google and watch stuff on YouTube and watch these news outlets, and then they talk about it like she's doing now, her following base, which is these old ass people, will say, oh, we didn't know. Allie, you are so smart.
I'm if it's but the amount of people that are like I didn't see this. You can now see who's on the side of the children. I see where Bondi Patel, Bongino stand.
Do y'all see? Is it just me? And out of respect for Miss Outlaw, I told y'all I don't talk about her daughter. None of my videos you're gonna find me talking about her. Like her image, right? But is it just me? Are y'all starting to see her bone structure? Y'all she 31 years old. Do y'all see this right here? Y'all look at me. I am 41 years old, and I know I don't look my age. I know that for a fact. And if I do look my age, I look damn good. However, if you see her, do you see what I see? Look around her. You know what, Pure T? I'm not finna be dealing with you right now. Pure T, hey. Yeah, boy. I'm just saying, whatever they are taking, because when I actually looked at this live today, I was near halfway through it near the end. I was hearing a lighter in the background. Jessica, are we lying? Don't worry about it. Y'all going to hear it. The proof is in the pudding. Look at her bone structure now, right? Not her bone structure, but look at you starting to see her face is starting to thin out. And I'm not excited or nothing. For me, I feel for this young lady because she really needs, even though she's attacking me, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. She needs some help. Allie, y'all been watching me and you've been talking about me. I don't care. Whenever you get done talking about me, calling me a pedo and all that stuff, ma'am, please get some help because your health is deteriorating very quickly. People are worried about you. Get your black ass off social media and get some help. Please. Shelly ain't doing nothing for you. When was the last time she took you to a doctor's appointment? When was the last time you went to go see your OBGYN? When was the last time you even had a fucking mammogram?
And it's not on the side of the children. I can tell you, I know where it is. I'm not going to say it. But it's definitely not on the side of the children. Because if it was, this wouldn't take this long. You know, I look at Bongino and I see I have heard, I've been sent little clips of what his show used to be 4 or 5 years ago. Have y'all seen that? No? Well, he was very nice words. Let me find it. Uh
Strong in his stance.
we'll go with that. And he was very vocal about very vocal about what was going on with the children, the truth, um, the presidents that were guilty. He was very vocal in that stance. That stance changed when he took this position recently. It seems like that stance just went out the window or it doesn't exist anymore. I don't know. Take a look at it. Maybe. What do I know? But in my opinion, as a survivor, I've seen things placed in a very pretty political package for some, and banging on the door, pointing the finger enough that some people really sincerely believe there's going to be a change. And then now when all of this happens, everyone is like, what? Wait, I thought there was going to be a change. It exhausts the people. I'm exhausted. I know some people have to be really exhausted. Everybody was played, because 1 minute files were on a desk that when I look at the ledgers and insurance, I have a tub of insurance sitting right in front of me. And can you just hand me that?
I'm just letting y'all know Shelly is right in front of her. I told y'all, every time this young lady go live or anything, Shelly is right there directing traffic. They just said they got tubs of it. What the fuck is this insurance? I'm gonna do a live about that one.
Hold on 1 second. I have a small tub of ledgers sitting right in front of me. There's so many things on these cases. I have a very small tub right here. They're all divided upon them, but in order to get the information that I wanted to get today, I have a small tub sitting in front of me.
Okay, Notary.
When I tell you, can't see, but I won't show. I'll wait till this is. But can you hand me that tub real quick? I just want to show you what I mean. When as a survivor,
yeah,
when
show
I say
us.
There's ledgers everywhere.
Show us.
When you understand what a ledger means, when you understand that a ledger means that someone was brought, someone was sold, someone was found, someone was they ordered them. And now, this is only one.
That's from one CPS.
Oh,
county.
This is just one.
But
hold on.
3 or 4 years of CPS from one county.
So when you talk about
Here, there's more.
yeah, hold on.
Y'all, was we born yesterday? Let me finish hearing this.
When you talk about ledgers, when you talk about ledgers, when you understand, if I went through this one by one, yes.
Notice she's not flipping the paperwork around. Flip it around.
This is gonna take a minute to go through. If we died today, the amount of things in here would take people a while to connect and to go through. So when I tell you, look at this here. Let me just make sure. Huh? Look at that. Okay. Don't do that. Okay. So when I tell you that when you're see, I should put this down. But but when you talk about ledgers, when she said it was on her desk, this is small.
That's just foster care. That's
This
not
is just-
trafficking. That's not
This
anything
is,
else.
This is trafficking.
well. Yes,
There
but no,
was-
but what's in the ledgers of trafficking is completely different.
But what?
If y'all gonna tell a story, make sure y'all on the same page. Cause Tori, you saying it's trafficking, Shelly is saying it's not. Y'all can't even get y'all own lives together. And the host is not even catching this. Yeah, are we fucking stupid?
It's just foster care stuff.
When you say if I spread this out on a desk, this won't fit on a desk, and this is just a little bit. When you ask
For one person,
that's me. That's just a little crumb of my life.
Can
When
I just
you
say?
ask for more,
Can I just say, sister, like for me, and I'm like, for me, that just seeing that makes me very sad because my thing is,
you didn't see nothing.
One document is too much. And
Y'all, did I miss something? Did Tori show anything? The host just said seeing that it hurts her. Even seeing one document, it hurts her. What the fuck did we see? We just saw a bunch of nothing.
in my little humble opinion, you know what I'm saying? Like, just one document is too much. Like, no child should be abused, right? No document should be having, like, I don't have nothing like that in my, you know what I'm saying, in my life. I'm almost 40. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nothing like that in my life. You see what I'm saying? No documents of that nature. So one is too much for me. You know what I mean? So the fact that you have stacks of documents is like, I mean, I like, honestly, and for me, again, I'm just gonna put this on the record. Like, I tell people this all the time. People come here, oh, she lying, whatever. Here's my thing. Regardless of if you lying or not, right? What's not a lie is child abuse, and what's not a lie is child trafficking and trafficking in general. Like, these things are not lies at the end of the day. And so you're bringing awareness to that, even if you are lying. For example, now I don't know if you had time to just go type up all that stack, you know what I'm saying, in your lifetime. I don't know, you know what I'm saying. I don't know what it is. It could just be coloring pages. I have no clue, right? But
Ma'am, I'm not going to call your name out, but ma'am, let me help you out on something, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm new to YouTube, okay? I'm new to YouTube as far as, talking like this, right? Doing this right here. Before 2025, I had a YouTube channel, but I wasn't doing nothing with it. I was just going on looking at YouTube videos. But this is my first year streaming on YouTube. Ma'am, let me help you out with something. In 3 months, I was able to get over 1,000 subscribers. All right? Let me help you out with something. First, you just said, "Hey, you could be lying. You could be telling the truth." I just seen a bunch of documents, look like it was color on it. None of that. Well, here's the bottom line, ma'am. Your person that you are interviewing just made a statement that they have all these documents. And she said, "I'm about to show it to you. I'm about to show it to you all." Why didn't she turn the paperwork around to show us one? But if you notice, this could be from anywhere. We don't give a flying fucks about all this other shit, Allie. This is supposed to be about you. This is what you should be asking her. I get, yes, it's a lot of bullshit that's going on with the trafficking of children. We understand, we know this already. But that's not the point of reference here. We need to know, we talk about you. All these stories you put out talk about you. Where's the paperwork about you being trafficked like that? With these CPS reference numbers or court cases or all this shit that you talk about, where is that? Not nobody else.
But regardless, you're definitely shedding light, right, in a very dark place, waking people up like me and things like that to be more diligent with my child and be more diligent with our children. So hopefully they won't have to experience any of the horrific things that you're sharing with us. So, I mean, one document is too much, in my humble opinion. The fact that this lady has stacks and whatnot, that's way too much. And really, you don't even have to go through all that with us. Like, real people get it. You know what I'm saying? Real people are making some changes in their life, and they're making changes to help the next generation. And I think that's the point that I've heard you say, like, for the past 5 years. So all the rest of that, like, trying to prove and all that, like for me, like, I feel like you shouldn't even have to do that. Like, because one document is too much. Like, one secret report is too much. Like, one report is too much. Like, you should not have to experience anything like that, period, in life. But I'm gonna let you go on the top.
No, I hear you, and that's this next event. I mean, the last event that we had, I brought in binders, and I just started dropping it in the hands of our guests, and at one point, Angel stopped me. They were like, passing.
No, you're not finna put that lie. No, you're not finna put that lie out there like that. Tori, let me help you out. Stop with your lying. Stop lying. We played that video where you and Shelly was sitting at that desk, right, with those wristbands on the table, the window behind y'all. It was nothing but Allie's angels inside that room. We ain't stupid. The binders that you were talking about, that you were speaking of, was supposed to be some of the same information that you put on your platform, and we brought up that information on my TikTok channel. We broke it down, and most of those documents was fake. Y'all, who the fuck these people think that? Listen, I'm great vibes. Now, if I'm wrong, let me know if I'm wrong. I have no problem admitting if I'm wrong. But why you go sit here and make that statement saying that you was in a room full of people and you was handing out all these binders? Are you fucking serious? That was your the angels. The Alley's angels. The fuck, y'all, what the fuck is going on? Boy, y'all, I got a doo-doo. I think I need the shit. Because every time I hear shit in my mental, I gotta shit it out. That's why I say I have to doo-doo all the time. Because when you pile so much shit in my fucking head, I gotta shit it out. I gotta doo-doo. I can't filter it out. Now, y'all, it's about to get gooder.
And I'm like, everybody has been asking me.
I haven't, but whatever.
I know.
I don't need
but at
all
the end
that.
of the
Like,
day,
I don't
and I
need
get
to
it
see the
though.
baby raped to know that there's babies being raped. Like, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, like there's too many there's too many reports out here. We talk about mainstream media all the time, but guess what? There's reports in the news about fathers raping their babies and all this type of stuff. So if y'all see that type of stuff in your quote unquote main,
so we doing that. Oh, so we doing that now. Oh, so we doing that. We're gonna push that narrative. Ma'am, if you do your study and your research, I touched on this about 3 years ago on TikTok. Now this is no attack against women, but women are in the leading when it comes to unaliving their own children and also messing with minors. Women are in the lead when it comes to stats and data. I dealt with that shit 3 years ago. Not men. Now, do a bunch of men do some fucked up shit? Yes. Is there a lot of men out here touching little girls? Yes. Is it a bunch of men out of here touching little boys? Yes. It's fucked up all the way around. But just don't do one-sided here. Let's not do that. Some people is going to agree with me. Some people ain't going to agree with me. But I covered this already.
mainstream media. Then what y'all think happening behind the scenes? And do I need to see that in order to believe that? No, I don't. That's me though. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't even say that's deep discernment. I just think that's.
I mean, evil spells it out for itself. You're seeing people tell you to go back to sleep. You're seeing people tell you that they want to kill us. There are people that have been threatening bodily harm, cyber stalking, harassing, and just weaponizing people to hurt people that have anything to do with me or my mom. They have weaponized people to hurt my mom or myself while in public. People have told so many lies, chaos, and confusion, but nobody has asked for actual proof. I have put out so much proof, documents, names, all kind of things, dropped so much since I want to say about 2021. 2020, I was just like, I know a lot of people have just met me on this internet. So there's only so much I can say right now before a lot of you completely dismiss me. And I know that. I get it. It's the internet. So I'm not saying that you were supposed to just take my word for gold the first second you heard me. If this is your first time listening to me, I don't expect you to just take my word for gold. Go look at the situations that I'm talking about. Go look at the documents that have already been dropped. And then go look at the evil that still haunts, taunts, and does their best to sell and torment me, whether it's my voice, my pain, my truth, or their chaos and confusion that they're selling. Listen to them and stop for a second and think that the internet is forever. If it looks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, if it walks like a duck, it ain't a giraffe. I don't understand what's wrong with some people that I have to tell them to maybe open your ears a little bit more so you can see a little better, or open your eyes a little bit more so you can hear a little better. But I am telling you right now, I won't retract. I stand on everything that I have said in this 5 years on this internet.
Okay. You gonna stand behind everything your ass said on the internet. You gonna stand behind everything you said on the internet. As y'all listen to everything she finna say, what she's about to say after this, she's not gonna mention Snoop Dogg. She's not gonna mention being in the tunnels. Not that I heard. If she do, we're gonna break that down. She's not gonna mention anything about being with the presidents. Diddy. All these crazy accusations she's put out here. I want to hear what she have to say. She says she's staying 10 toes down behind everything she said. But the videos that we played on my platform, the math wasn't mathing. It was her words, not Great Vibes words. You said Rufus. Y'all, we go talk about Rufus later. Rufus is struggling. Rufus, boy, Rufus is somewhere right now in a corner licking the wall, shivering, shaking, traumatized. Rufus seen them damn tunnels. Rufus is scared. Rufus, boy, we gonna talk about Rufus, boy.
And I know the truth. And I know that the day that I leave this earth, I know these insurance holders are not going to hold that information. Because if it's a dead man switch, that switch flips on. And I know.
She sure did, Melanie Mistress. She changed from meeting Diddy at the Playboy Mansion to meeting Diddy at his mansion. You caught that. I didn't. Thank you. See, I'm glad y'all are listening to her older videos and starting to call her out on her shit. She said okay, y'all see her here on the screen. I'm looking at her over here on my bigger monitor, computer monitor. She stand 10 toes down behind everything what she said. Murph.
That my trauma over explains, because I've always been called a liar. I've always been told nobody's ever going to believe you. Who's going to believe some foster kid? Who's going to believe somebody's sex slave? Who's going to believe you?
Allie, you said that you was working at the strip club at 12 years old. Your mama come up on the panel and show pictures of you. Sorry. You said that you was trafficking working at the club at 12. Your mama came up on the panel and brought pictures of you being at home with her at 12. Huh? You talk. Your mama came and showed proof. You're just talking. Your mama came up on the panel and showed proof that your ass was lying. But you stand 10 toes down behind everything that you say. Got it.
And every survivor has been slapped in the face with that, with the Diddy verdict and the Epstein verdict in the same week. Because every survivor can hear that same sentence of who's going to believe you.
You know what? I can resonate with that, because like I felt that way in the past. Like that's one of the reasons I started keeping diaries, because people would want to tell me that I didn't remember something right or whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's very triggering to hear like something you remember, and then somebody come back and be like, I guess they call it gaslighting these days.
Yes.
But yeah, so I totally get how that can be triggering, and sometimes we tend to I guess over explain.
Gaslighting. Oh no, the fuck you. Hold on. Now I know. Yeah, it may sound like I'm taking this personal. Maybe I am. Hell, who know? I've been listening to so much of these lies in these fucking headphones to where I don't know if I'm lying or telling the fucking truth. How is this gaslighting if I'm playing videos of her saying something at one given time and then another video of her talking about that same event, but it happened at a different time, place, and location? How the fuck is that gaslighting?
Or just to make sure, like I want to make sure you understand X, Y, and Z. But I feel like you've done that. You know what I'm saying? You went above and beyond to do that. Like you ain't got to really keep doing that.
Including you have stopped me and said that's enough. I don't need to see anymore. I get it. I hear it. I see the evil that keeps coming after you. I see the evil and what they say and what they do. It doesn't take that much to understand what's going on. My mom and I have been called out of our name, but you've never heard us say we were going to sue a soul. But the moment that it's spelled out for those that have been calling, weaponizing.
Allie, do I need to play the video that you got over on YouTube? You mentioned you called me out and you said that I was a sorry excuse for a man. And now you playing victim over here. Do I need to bring that video up? Oh, okay.
Harassing, stalking, hunting down people's addresses, messing with innocent children. We were in a place where we were quiet. We left everybody alone for a minute. We jumped off the internet to try to have some peace. You asked me earlier on the phone, what do I want? And I told you, I don't even know if there's an option to have what I want. I just want to be at peace. I'm not a complicated person. You guys see a lot of this on the internet. You see a lot of me screaming from underwater, trying my best to warn you and to tell you I never unredacted names. Some of the names, the Secretions and the Outlaws that you see, when it comes to Lassane Outlaw, I don't care. Like, do you see that? I don't care when it comes to the fake damage control that they put in our life that we'll talk about in just a second. I don't care. The connections were not my point. I'm trying to tell you of what's going on. It's not just at the top, it's in the middle and it's at the bottom, and it's in your own house.
Y'all, she's so damn disrespectful.
Say that they have one toxic family member.
Y'all, she's so damn disrespectful. This young lady is so damn disrespectful.
In their life that they stay away from because the toxicity is so bad that nobody can tell them nothing. Nobody. There's one person in every household that has that toxic relationship that you know that you can't go in on what's wrong. Whether it's that creepy uncle, creepy auntie, that mother, that father, that brother that is always doing something, whoever, you know that there's somebody in your life that you won't touch because you know that drama is going to spiral out of control. But people are, I want to bang down tunnels and I'm ready to save children. You can't even save the own child in you that is in your own home. Mm. You can't even look into your backyard because you know you can't deal with that yet. My goal has always been, when I went viral, first of all, that was an accident. We ran out of options because we went through the courts, we went through the police, we went through the FBI, we went through everybody that you're seeing right now that's telling you to go back to sleep over the Epstein case.
Ma'am, did you get on the internet and put out a message and told people, to tell people, don't trust the courts, don't trust the teachers, don't trust the police, don't trust the government, don't trust the FBI, don't trust CPS? You just said you went to the police, you went to the FBI.
Everybody that's telling you that Epstein don't exist is the same people that covered up mine. They're the same people that runs your Child Protective Services agency with no oversight. They're the same people that work in your schools. They're the same people that you work right next to. They're the same ones, those mains, those ones that clean the sex toys at the Playboy. They have multiple jobs. They work at your McDonald's. They work at your local fast food restaurants. These are everyday people. You have encountered a trafficker today. You have walked right past one, and you won't see them because you think they're either supposed to be dressed in a political package, an elite form, or somebody that's supposed to look like they're going to eat you.
I think that's one thing I'm always trying to remind people on here. I'm like, obviously you already even today just shared so many stories outside of yours that people should be familiar with. But again, we're talking about the ones that aren't able to tell their story, right? Those people that you, like you said, they could be being trafficked right under your nose and we're not paying any attention. And hopefully those people that are here these days, their eyes are a little bit more open. So now they are a little bit more privy to some of the things, because you've shared so many things over these 5 years, that, we all should be a little bit, again, more diligent about what we're seeing, what's going on in our households, what's going on in our families, communities. I always keep trying to remind it, because people be like, we're the kids. But then next thing I know, I'll see a news report about, like I said, the quote unquote teacher of the year getting caught up in something sexual with the elementary child. You know what I'm saying?
And then you look back and you look into that information.
Something
If you
else.
dig
So
closer into those connections, you'll see that teacher was moved around several times. You'll see that teacher was given a slap on the wrist. You'll see that teacher, nobody may have caught them, but there were so many signs that no one did anything about until it got out of control. That's the problem. The problem is we have been in this issue for decades. This is history repeating itself over and over and over again. The only thing different right now is some of you are just now hearing it. Some of you are just now seeing it. And the information that you got, there should be people with the same amount of energy and outrage over Black Lives Matter, Antifa, burning buildings down, looting iPhone buildings. That people, that energy that they have to be mad about something, they're not mad. Nobody is mad about the right thing, but everybody wants something to be mad about. We want to talk about slaves and the slave mentality, go back to Black Lives Matter or jump on the slave bandwagon, but we don't talk about the slaves that are right now, the slaves that are under our noses.
I mean, I think the thing, and like, I guess my only thing that gives people a little bit of grace in this area is knowing that majority of those people that were at those type of things probably were paid to be there. Like, that's what I feel like at this point. I don't know if I need to go get my tinfoil hat. Is that conspiracy? But I mean, I feel like majority of those people probably were paid to be there. So the main masses, there might have been some real people sprinkled in with them, marching and whatnot. But I just don't
think a lot of people get so
proud being.
People get corralled. People get there's a herd mentality sometimes that once people see something, they're like, oh, there's something to be angry about. There's something to be mad about. And they don't even know why they're there. We witnessed some of the people that went to the George Floyd rallies. They didn't even know who George Floyd was. When it came down to when Kobe Bryant died, people were hauling down to Los Angeles, California. They don't know nothing about basketball. They just see a group of people and they want to go towards that group. When you start breaking truth down for people, then they're like, okay, that's too much. I don't know about that one. We can fall, we can digest, we can get corralled into bullshit. But the second that somebody tries to tell somebody the truth, that's too hard to swallow. I need a minute to get that one. I don't know about that one. I can't do that one. When somebody's like, here, point this one out, read this, look at that. And I don't know if I can you just give it to me? Can you just give it to me? I give it to you and then, oh no, you crazy. Okay, so you read it for yourself. No, that's too much. Like, things are clickbait at this point. When it comes to the people that talk about trafficking, they seem like they have the same belief as you. They seem like they have the same belief as I want to be in the fight for the children, but they're not. It's just clickbait. When you actually stop and think, why aren't we talking about the children on the Epstein trial? If he had tens of thousands of CP, who was holding the camera? Huh? CP, child porn. If he had tens of thousands of CP.
Y'all hear how Shelly is telling her what to say? I told you can't make this shit up. Shelly is directing traffic. I hear everything in these headphones.
Then who was holding the camera of that CP? A lot of people, they get so wrapped up in, oh my gosh, I seen this, but it's not. Do we not take a second to look at the documents that are in front of you? I've dropped so much and people still don't know what they're looking at. There's a black book of clients. Do you know what's in those black books? Do you know what a ledger is? Let me break it down for you. It tells you
Ma'am, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you talking about other people's stories?
if they wanted a blue-eyed blonde child. They found that blue-eyed blonde child in, let's say, Mississippi. But the buyer, the one who wants to hurt and traumatize that child, that buyer may be in California. So when they brought that child from Mississippi, they now have in a ledger who's that child's parents, where did they go to? If they came from the system, they need to know that, because they need to know who's coming after them. If somebody cares, if anybody gets anything in their heart to care about a child, they have to deal with the friends, the family, the people that's looking. So they keep track of that. They keep track, did this child come from CPS? Did they come from their parents? Did they run away? And after they log all that stuff, then they have the time of when they sold that child. They have the time of when that person starts moving towards that child. These idiots sometimes will write down what they've done to the child. They keep a souvenir or a trophy, whether that's their shirt, whether that's a piece of clothing, whether it's whatever, a toy that they had. They keep a souvenir of that, like a trophy. They have the blood type of that child, because if something happens and they need to revive or they need to get rid of, and if they need to put it on the black market after, if something happens to that kid, they have their blood type. Because it just doesn't stop after you're raped thousands and thousands of times. You turn into a smuggling suitcase. They use
Boy, let me pin this comment. Y'all see that?
that body until there is no point to use it anymore, from down to the organs. Where do you think the black market comes from? The black market of organs. Where do you think that comes from? Those are victims. Whether they're children or adults, those are victims. There's no age preference, sex preference, political preference, religious preference. There's no preference on trafficking. Those ledgers hold so much information. That black book, they have where that person came from. So again, if that person was from California, but they went to grab a child in Mississippi and they decided to jump on the Lolita Express, they have the route of California to the kid in Mississippi, to getting on Lolita Express, to getting to that island, to what time that they were there, to what time they left, what they did. People order. If you go look up the legal brothels, Nevada, go look at a menu. I dare you to Google the legal brothels and check out how they offer people up, like a menu. They give you options. Okay, let's do it. They give you options to look it up and say, do you want a girlfriend experience? Do you want to pretend like what kind of fantasy do you want?
Remember the Russian story she told? When she went to Russia? The girlfriend experience. You can't make this shit up.
And they order things like a menu when you go into the brothel. So if you go to Las Vegas, Nevada, and if you go on the strip, there's people standing on the strip and they're handing out little cards. They're selling another human being right in front of your face. And people are just thinking, it's Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. It's legal trafficking on the strip of Nevada. But when you get down further into Reno near the legal brothels, they tell you you're ordering like you go to a register and you order. No, I don't want full house sex. Maybe I want to just do a fantasy. Maybe I just want to watch something. They order for that. And then the more you get in the door, then they order more. People drag some of their friends there. And this is when it comes into to saying, like, are some people innocent? They get dragged there, and then they have the option to get up and leave. They have the option to say, no, I don't want to be a part of this. But they sit there anyway. They take part. And the next thing you know,
You know what? Y'all are fucking crazy in the comments. Y'all are. See, that's what I'm not saying nothing. That's why I'm glad y'all are processing, right? Y'all are listening to what she's saying. What she's saying ain't got shit to do with her. But as you hear some of these stories that she's telling, you kind of understand some of the stories she told in the past to put herself in these stories. I don't know about y'all, but I got a shit. Yep. The shit that's going on through these headphones, I need the boo. And when I boo, that's going to be one. My shit is going to be full of shit. Don't worry about it. You'll figure. My shit is going to be full of shit.
you know you're guilty, because when you see other children walking through the door, like all these people who I left the party early. I didn't do anything because I left early. I seen children there, but I didn't do anything. You just admitted it. You seen children there.
Allie, who said they seen children? No, fuck it, let's do it. Allie, who said that they seen children at the party? Now, the freak-offs. Did you listen to the court case? The freak-offs didn't consist of everybody in the fucking room. That you said that you was one of the party favors. The freak-offs was Diddy, Cassie, and the Road Runner, Hammerhead. Wally Moly. The choo-choo train. The Pickle Redeemer. What the fuck is she talking about? Y'all know if somebody would have said something about somebody saying, hey, I know it's kids at this party, but I left early. Wow. Y'all know your boy Great Vibes on 10 for the win would have been on top of that shit. Tori, Allie, man, what the fuck are you talking about? Who said that? See, you just talking. And ain't nobody stopping you. You way left right now. You just talking. Nobody stopped you. The pickler. Yeah. The bullock.
And you didn't do a damn thing. You just let it go right past you.
I'm looking at a legal brothels menu right now. It starts with the lingerie show, goes up to VIP party room.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of things in between, but yeah.
It don't say nothing about children. It don't say nothing about kids. You're talking about escort services. That shit legal. Y'all, what the fuck is going on here? What the y'all, what the fuck is going on here?
Like a birthday party. Like if you go right now and try to set up a birthday party for anybody, they're going to ask you, what kind of package do you want? Do you want a party host? Do you want a jumper?
What's wrong
Do
with
you want
that?
food? Do you want entertainment? And then you can get there and decide, okay, I don't want a full package, and then get there and change your mind and add on. And then at the end, you have a receipt. Those receipts are the ledgers.
Yeah, you can file those ledgers on your taxes. That's tax write-off. That was business related. Yeah, you can write that shit off on your Schedule A form. Yeah, those are write-offs. Tax deductible. Yo, yeah. Y'all, listen. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm ignorant. Let's go.
And people, they don't understand what they're looking at. Who gave you those options? Start there. Who gave somebody the option to traffic a child? Ghislaine is in jail right now, supposedly.
Y'all hear this? Y'all now y'all see the manipulation that's going on here, and see that's why a lot of people support this young lady. She just got finished talking about an adult event or events that goes on in Las Vegas, Nevada, and you notice she merged that in with the kids. Y'all see that? So people that's not mentally strong, they're going to think that she's talking about kids in Las Vegas. That's part of this service. Birth?
Supposedly. Don't get me started on that. But she's in jail right now. For what? If none of it exists, then what's she in jail for? If Jeffrey Epstein didn't do a damn thing but download CP from the internet, why did he kill himself? If Ghislaine Maxwell was the only one that had anything to do with these children, why are there pictures that show her with so many different celebrities and JonBenet Ramsey at the night that she died and so many other situations? Why are you seeing that? Why are you hearing other victims say there is more to the story? Why did the judge put her behind bars in the first place if nothing ever existed? You are witnessing a cover-up. And they want you to go back to sleep. They want you to believe that, oh, it's nothing. We're just going to, don't look at that. That's too much truth. Put that back down here. It's fine. We're just going to, don't look at that. It's fine. That doesn't exist anymore. And they want you to be so weak-minded. They want you to be so senseless. They want you to be like, I know, it's okay. I saw somebody say, well, we need to be more focused on the victims instead of the buyers. Why? Because that means if you're just focused on the victims that I've been trying to tell you and the ones that you've been trying to ignore this entire time, the predators still get to go ahead and continuously buy more. So you're just shuffling it. The buyers still exist. So the product is still for sale. The buyers still exist. Diddy wasn't the only one. These are elite parties. We had so many witnesses come out to say, I knew about the party. I knew he was beating the hell out of somebody. I knew she was 19 years old. She was 19 years old. So when did it start?
I mean, I saw the lady testify. I think, like I said, it was on Soft White Underbelly. I can't remember her name right now, but she was like, "Oh, I know." She very specifically said, "I saw little people," and I knew when she said that she was talking about kids. But I mean, you could tell she didn't want to say kids, but she just was like, "Yeah, they were dressed up as geisha, little people," that type of vibe when she told about it. But I mean, again, where is smoke, there's fire, man. At the end of the day, and again, he wasn't there partying by himself, obviously, and so. It's just one of those things.
People don't stop to ask the questions. What are you looking at? What are you witnessing? Stop to look for a second. Don't look at something with the intent to reply. Look at something.
Y'all know what? I'm about to snatch these headphones off my fucking head. Number one, why the hell did she say, well, Cassie was only 19? Last time I checked, 18 is grown. Diddy didn't start messing with Cassie like that till she was 21 in Florida on her birthday. Cassie chased Diddy, not the other way around. Cassie chased Diddy for an opportunity so she can develop her music career, not the other way around. Cassie knew all about Diddy, was hanging around them when Diddy was with Kim Porter. Diddy wasn't looking her direction. Cassie started pursuing him at 19. They started fucking at 21. What the fuck is going on here?
Something with the intent to listen. Not hear, listen. It's one thing to say I hear you. It's another thing to say I'm listening to you.
Something that you don't do.
And the thing about listening too is like taking some type of action. You know what I'm saying?
Something that you don't do. Something that you don't do. The only person you listen to, Tori, is you only listen to yourself. Everything that goes on in your head, that's the only person you listen to. So you the last person to give anybody any type of advice about listening. You know how you be laughing? Notice I ain't called you out of your name like you called me several times. And Tori, do you know this shit is recorded? I could come after you if I want to. But right now, that's not my style. I can get you another way by exposing you. I'm sorry, by you exposing yourself. I'm going to show you how much of a less of a man that I am. By showing the world of you exposing your damn self.
Saying, like, again, I tell you all the time, thank you, because at the end of the day, you know what, I'm being way diligent with my little guy, you know what I'm saying, to be like, again, this homeschool thing is looking real good for us. So I don't know if he's gonna do K through 12 this way, but we're gonna see. He doing the first 2 years at least, because I'm being intentional about, like, okay, what is he learning? Like, what is going on in the quote unquote public school system? Yes, it's a virtual public school, and I'm grateful for these options in these days and times. And so, we as believers need to be doing that. Like, what are you going to do with this information that we've heard from Ali for these 5 years? You guys see, I'm trying to put forth some action. You know what I mean? Try to be a good mentor at the church with the kids that's there. Try to be a trustworthy person that they can talk to about things that may be going on with them. Again, in my own household, see, these are the examples, friends. Your house, your community, and start there. Yeah, so it's just one of those things. Like, now that we've heard this testimony, there's something that we can do, right? Whether it's making more awareness, whether it's hey, maybe some of us need to become foster parents, maybe some of us need to get in government, right? I don't know, but whatever the Lord's leading you to do that thing, so then hopefully there can be some type of change happening. Because I don't know what's going on with those people that are in those positions. I know they was talking real bold about what they were going to do, and then they got in, and then it seems like they're a little quiet or whatever the case may be. I don't know if they got threatened. I don't know what happened.
Even if they did, who's going to stand for the children and on their behalf? The ones that are not here, the ones that are still suffering. If you said, and if you told someone,
ma'am, Tori, ma'am, you gotta find a new line. You gotta find a new line. Find a new hobby. This what about the children shit? It's just not working anymore. It's not. It's not working anymore. What kids are you speaking of? Y'all, how can people and y'all support this shit? Y'all support, man.
Someone that you were going to take that responsibility to do something, then why aren't you doing what you said and saying what you mean? That's the problem. I don't want to hear the excuses of people. Well, like, they may be scared. So were we. So were the kids that are still dealing with it. It is up to the people. It is up to the adults. The responsibility is residing in the authority of power. And that authority, what have they done?
Now, the only thing, sis, like, do we think that they're, and I know you probably don't, but I'm just trying to, give grace and mercy. Like, do we think they're doing things behind the scenes and they just don't want the public to know? Which I'm team rip the Band-Aid off and let the public know. That's the team I'm on. Like, why not let people know? But I mean, maybe they're feeling like, the only other thing I'm thinking here is either they're feeling like it's too much for the public, so they're trying to handle it behind the scenes. But it's like, but it's too exposed now, because even when you go anywhere and look under like the comments, people are talking about like what we're talking about today. So I mean, there's too many people awake to like not address it publicly. Like, so they need to like just rip the Band-Aid off and be like, look, this is what it is.
That's what I'm confused about too, just as much as everybody else. Everybody should feel played, because there's enough people to pull the Band-Aid off. There's enough people to pull the client list. The client list is being protected because of the elite that you sign their paychecks. That's why they're being protected. If the elite that is under this is uncovered, if Child Protective Services is uncovered, some people say, oh, there will be mass hysteria. So?
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, because,
call the military.
That's better than to allow it to keep going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, wake people up and do something about and change the system. Then, you know what I mean? Like,
the system is broken.
I guess
it's broken. It's not take apart.
Doing something behind the scenes that we're just not privy to.
I know that they are.
The reason of hiding it though. Like, why just?
I know there's so much that's going on behind the scenes that no, we don't know. We're peasants to some of these people. So of course there's some information that we're not privy to. And I get that. I completely understand that. There's some information that some people would not be able to digest. There's some information that some people wouldn't be able to live through. Look at what people do with the little bit of truth that you get. And it's easier to go back to sleep and not deal with it because it's harder to deal with it. So of course, there's some things that are going on behind the scenes. But the amount of stuff that should be transparent to the people, not just to the American people, but to the people, we can't touch that because we sign those paychecks. I've said it so many times, red, blue, it doesn't matter. All the same bird. Everybody is guilty. Everybody. You've enabled trafficking somehow. There are people that are trafficking my pain on social media right now, and you're enabling them. And then you wonder why something can come into your house and be enabled so easily. Because it's your fault. It's not just one person. And some of the people that like I didn't know, I was sending things to a fundraiser to an organization that I thought they were supposed to be helping. They're going out of their own country to help another country, and you're just throwing money at them. Here.
I guess I'm one of the ones you're talking about. You're speaking of that's trafficking your pain. Tori. Nuh-uh. We're exposing your lies. It's your lies. Your lies. Your lies. I won't, because I know y'all, I know you and Shelly be watching my shit. I want one of y'all to comment below when this shit uploads on YouTube. I want y'all to comment below. One of y'all, you can send your army. I don't give a flying fuck who you seeing. Comment below anything that I said that was false. I'll wait.
Because I don't know what to do, and of course, some people are sincerely like, I don't know what to do. So I can just send you this money, or I can just send you this stuff, and I'm gonna believe that this organization is going to do what they said they were gonna do, because I don't know what else to do as little old me. I don't know what else to do from where I sit, so I'll just give this to them and let them do it. Have you ever checked and seen where that money connects to? The fundraisers that go on allow them to leave their own backyard to go into somebody else's territory and say, I'm going to help. Why won't we start here? Start where you're at. We don't do that. Nobody does that. Nobody takes that second to ask that question. Where did all of these children come? You said you saved like 30 to 50 children. That's a school bus. You think about 30 to 50 people in one room. Think about a classroom of 30 to 50 children. And then I want you to think, so if one of those kids if somebody.
Yo, y'all so fucking petty. Y'all, she's going to talk about what happened in Mexico. Well, not Mexico, but her Mexican parents. Oh, that shit. When I heard that shit, I said, well, I be damned. Let me see if I can. Let's do this, y'all. Hold on, let's do this.
Has medical issues.
They ain't helping kids, then call it out. Oh, how can we do something about those kids, X, Y, and Z? I would love to know, like, if you have anything you want to share about that, like, you know, is this whole thing so we can activate to do something about those?
Survivor's guilt is strong and I just talked to you about that earlier. When you asked me what do you want, and I'm like, you know, I got a chance to teach. I got a chance to be. I got a chance, and I should have, but I didn't, because I needed to find some type of healing for myself. I'm not even close to the same person. If you even looked at a picture of me from 12, 15 years ago, it doesn't even look like the same person, and that has nothing to do with the DID. It's sincerely not the same person. When she died,
When who died? Hold on, y'all. Let me wind it.
About my survivor's guilt, because some people love to try to honor some of my friends that I've tried to honor.
Sorry, y'all.
My great friends, really close friend. Her name is Emerald, and I spent a lot of time with her. I had a few jobs that I was on with her, and at 15 years old, she was murdered. For a very long time, I've been called a traitor. I've been told it's my fault because I left that life and I didn't turn around.
Emily? Y'all, whoa, hold on, y'all. Wait. Did she say Emily? Y'all help me out here. We finna put some shit together. Did she say Emily? I want to make sure I heard this correctly before I go. Go to the next. Did she say Emily? She did. Y'all watch this right here. What was the name of the girl, the daughter of the pediatrician that was dead out back in the shed? What was her name? Rewind. Remember yesterday when we talked about the dog and a pediatrician with Isaiah and her, when she married the whole family, who was the name of the girl that was the daughter that was dead when she was 17? Did she say that the daughter that was dead the pediatrician daughter that was dead, did she say her name was Emily? So she did say the daughter name was Emily that was dead. So now she's 15 years old with a friend named Emily, and they was doing a bunch of jobs, and now she's dead. Y'all see how we putting this shit together? So you mean to tell me Emily died at when you was 15, and then she died again when you was 17? And they got her body stuffed in a backyard in a shed. You said you just remembered they said that they drowned her in a non-filled bathtub. I told y'all you can't make this shit up.
And I should have, but I didn't because I needed to find some type of healing for myself. I'm not even close to the same person. If you even looked at a picture of me from 12, 15 years ago, it doesn't even look like the same person, and that has nothing to do with the DID. It's sincerely not the same person. When she died, I wasn't able to do anything. I was in the room, but I wasn't able to do anything about it. I made a dance on it called Disrupt the Demand when I was able to choreograph, and it was legitimately the nightmares that I went through every single day. And she screamed for me. We were in the room with both of our pimps, and I couldn't do anything. For that reason, everything from that day kind of slaps me in the face every day. From the moments that, not just for Emerald, but so many other kids that I have met, that there was nothing that I can do but just stand there, because if it wasn't them, it was me. I wouldn't be sitting here if I moved a certain way. I got punished. I got in trouble if certain things happened. I talk about the Getty a lot. I had a friend that I was with, and we were brought together. So you're supposed to basically take care of each other. You may not know each other, but you're supposed to take care of each other because you're brought together. So it's like it's losing product is what they call it.
Y'all, where this story come from? So now she's watching people being killed and she didn't say nothing. So you witness a murder. So that will make you accessory to the fact, right? That will make you an accessory to the fact, right, Tori? You just said you watched somebody being killed and you didn't say nothing. Woman, are you for real? Yo, this woman just admitted on YouTube that she witnessed a murder and didn't say nothing.
and people are not property, but they consider everybody their property, um, and kind of brand it together. So when I left, I didn't think there was anything that I could do. I beat myself up for that every day. The moments where I feel like I just need to sit in a corner because I'm like, there's not much I can do. I've tried everything these past 5 years. When people are like, why are you still talking? Just stop. And I'm like, I can't, because when I close my eyes, I see them. And I can smell the straightener that was in her hair. I can smell the blood that was in the room, that metal taste of, I don't even know what. The alcohol, the body odor, every day. I fight that moment of trying to stay in a corner. And every day I kick my own ass to get up to say, I can't, even though I want to be quiet, I can't do that because that's not fair. You asked me earlier, what do I want to do? And I would love to just be able to teach and just be free. Sorry.
It's all right.
I am.
Sister, look, we on the couch. You know what I'm saying? Look, we having a slumber party. We at the house. Don't even worry about it.
I'm trying for them. And I don't understand how somebody can know the truth about what's going on with people, from young adults to children, and not fight like hell for those who don't get to speak. That whole saying of be a voice for the voiceless. They're not here for you to even argue with. They're not here for people to even argue with over their story of, oh, it didn't happen. They're not here for you to hear their laugh or the nervous moments of breaking. They're not.
No, don't start with these tears now, ma'am. You just said you witnessed a murder, and you didn't say nothing. You just said you witnessed a murder, and you didn't say nothing. Ma'am, you are what we call accessory to the fact.
And I'm a lot of people it's not my responsibility, but I feel like it is sometimes because I'm here and I made it out. I'm here and I can still speak. I'm here and I have all four of my limbs.
Well, can I just say something, sister? On behalf of the people that are here with us today, and on behalf of everybody that's heard you worldwide and have done something based on you and your testimony, you are absolutely correct. It is not your responsibility. At the end of the day, you are a child, right? And you have to push through and just to get to where you are today. So I'm thankful to God that you made it. I'm thankful to God that you've been able to use your voice and again make this worldwide change for a lot of people's lives, my life. And I get it, how you can look back and say, man, I made it, so I got to do something on behalf of those individuals. And you are doing it and you have done it. You know what I'm saying? And so do not I hope and pray this can encourage you. And one of these days I'm about to tell you, you know what I'm saying? You know. If I gotta tell you again and again and again. But just I really do hope and pray you find that peace that you so desire. At the end of the day, you have done your part. I feel like you've overdone your part. I mean, I know there may be people still caught up in the situations. You know, I know the people you talked about, they may be gone at this point, and so you are being their voice. I shared with you some of the people that have come here on GSL and shared their testimonies. You're being their voice because they never spoke, but you gave them the courage to even comment and say, "Hey, you are speaking for me, Allie. Thank you." You know, so thank you, Allie, for like standing up, you know, for these individuals, being yes a voice for the voiceless, and like I refuse, right, to let you beat yourself up and feel like you're not doing enough, right, or anything like that. Because even if you don't do nothing else, even if you say, "Hey, I'm signing off and I'm gonna just try to live a normal life," like that is well justified. At the end of the day, you don't woke a lot of people up. We all should be doing something. Like we got to be carrying the mantle. Like, okay, she passed the torch to us, and now what are you going to do? Like that's what everybody should be sitting here thinking. Like that's what I did back in 2020 when I heard you. I'm sitting here like, Lord, what do you want me to do about this? And I, not knowing we was going to talk, not knowing any of this was going to happen, just knowing that I needed to do something about what I was hearing, you know. And
I gotta crash out. Okay. You just said in 2021, the Lord led your ass to Allie because she had a story that needs to be heard. Well, ma'am, let me ask you something. If this Lord is so almighty, did he lead you to this big storyteller, this waymaker? Everything she said allegedly that happened to her, is it true? Since the Lord led your ass to Allie, we want to know. The people want to birth. The damn dog want to know. Did the Lord lead your ass to Allie? Birth. We want birth. We want birth. We want it. Where the hell is the dog? That dog is still in the fucking corner, traumatized because the dog was part of the orgy. Birth. That damn dog, ma'am, Miss Content Creator, did the Lord lead you to the damn dog? Birth.
so at the end of the day, you doing your part, right? You do your part, we do our part, and if everybody do their part, then something is being done. You know, it's not about you, Allie, one individual lady, you know what I'm saying, a child at one point, right? And now a grown woman, right? Doing all the things and being all the things for all these people. At the end of the day, you're being the voice. And I think that's what you were called to do. And that's it. Do that well. And then that's your part. And don't feel guilty about anything else. At the end of the day, we're so thankful for Michelle being in your life.
That's why I told y'all, that's why I tell women, there ain't no such thing as this sisterhood shit is just, it's ridiculous. Now I'm gonna call the shit out. One thing I notice about women don't point out bad behavior from other women. The enablement that's going on right now is mind-blowing. Why aren't you calling this girl out? Even if you would have gone back, your words, you said that you've been following her since 2021. If you look at her videos, you would clearly see that most of this shit she made up in her head. But you just said that, hey, thank you for having the courage to come over here and tell us your story. God, the Lord sent you to what? the fuck? And now when you see the fucking tears, oh, she's crying. Let me be a little bit more empathy, right? Let me empathize with what's going on. Great vibes, what are you doing? She's crying. You should be feeling, no, fuck that shit. She's lying. Don't give a damn about nobody fucking tears. Your worst enemy can hide behind tears. No, purity. I didn't say all women. I didn't say all women. Purity, you call people out. Purity, you call me out. Let me tell y'all what Purity did to me yesterday. She gaslighted the fuck out of me. I was trying to be nice. She put in the comments, great vibes, crash out now. I was trying to ignore the comment. She said, crash out. You're right, Purity. That's exactly what she's doing. Purity said that lady is just trying to build her platform. She said before how she grew up. Let me pin your comment. That is a factual statement. You can't build a platform based on a foundation of uncertainty. If you're it's only, and listen, y'all, and I want this young lady to do well. I don't know her. I don't know her. I don't speak on other content creators. But this is to all content creators. Be careful on to who or whatever that you allow on your platform. Especially when you're dealing with topics like this. Because now you got somebody like me that's showing older videos of her lying about the things that happened to her all the way to when she was born. How are you going to advocate for someone like that? Is it the fact that you are a victim? So now you feel compelled, or you think you have some type of relationship indirectly to Allie? I don't know. It's none of my business. But I would urge you to do a little bit more background check on this young lady. We don't want your platform to fall based off lies. I see you into spiritual things and everything. That's good. Be careful on who you allow on your platform. I'm new to YouTube. So shit, if I fuck up, call me out. And I'll make sure that I look into it and try to correct that behavior. Because I would never get to the point to where nobody can call me out. Call me the fuck out. Call me out.
You know what I'm saying? To at least be the hands and feet of Christ in your life, that I know many of us want to be like, many of us that have met you and just love you just want to be that, but Mama Shelly done stepped up and she's being that every day for you. So the fact that you're able to at least live somewhat of a normal life with her is such a blessing. And then,
no, Pure T, that was a joke. I was joking with you. I like when y'all be gaslighting me to tell me to crash out. I enjoy that. When I crash out, that's my moment I can be me. So hell, if you feel like that's gaslight the hell out of me, that's fine. I enjoy crashing out. Now, sometimes I got to keep it short because it'll mess with your throat, right? So while I'm crashing out, I gotta drink water.
Went viral on accident and things of that nature, the little hot temper, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Everything happens for a reason. And so, I just thank God for you. And I just want to just really affirm you right now, just let you know that you have done above and beyond like your part. And I feel like you're doing your part just by, and that's probably it. That's probably all she's supposed to do in Jesus' name. I'm saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's probably her part. Guess what? My part is probably doing the things I do, right? And your part is to do what you do. It's
So we lying in Jesus' name. Listen, y'all. I don't even believe in Jesus, okay? But I understand the concept. I understand the religion behind it. So we lying in. So the book of Luke, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, the 4 gospels. So now we lying. So now we lying in Jesus' name. You. Oh hell. Oh shit. We got Mama Outlaw in the building. We got Mama Outlaw in the building. Miss Outlaw, your daughter was just live on this woman's network. I got a pin it. I got a pin it. Yeah. Oh, she said it. She said it. There it is. I love it. What you doing? No, I'm not. But thank you, though. Thank you. Thank you. In Jesus' name. Hey. I knew she was coming in sooner or later. Let's go. Yeah. So now we lying in Jesus' name. Okay.
not too small. Paint the rock, put the flyer out, start volunteering, whatever it is. Do that thing because it makes an impact. There's still so much power in one-to-one. And I think we lose that by thinking about followers and thinking about, I don't have a platform. Well, can you volunteer at your church? Because guess what? I bet there's a bunch of kids there that probably need somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I went, I learned in one of the workshops that I did as the elementary coordinator or whatever, that all a child need is one adult to be a trustworthy person. And that can have such a huge to do now thing else. Baxels.
If you talk to anybody who has had the chance to meet me, work with me, I try to love everybody because I just don't know where people are struggling. And I remember when I was struggling and I couldn't explain it to people how I was struggling. I know that I've been speaking for 5 years and when the verdict went through, I think the point of that was to also let everybody, the survivors and the people that are fighting to know to stop talking. And if you're listening to this, if you're a survivor, or if you're just a person that is raising your voice a little too loud, please don't stop, because that's the point.
Ma'am, Allie, ma'am, you can't make this shit up, ma'am. Y'all listen, y'all drop in the comments. Oh my goodness. Because this is the third time I heard her say this. And I wasn't going to say nothing the first time. I wasn't going to say anything the second time. But God damn it, I got to say something now. When the verdict came through, we was all mad. What was the verdict? Are we talking about the RICO charges? Do you know what the RICO charges were? What did they find Diddy guilty of? What victims are you talking about? Because most of the people that went to Tony Busby to file a class action lawsuit against Diddy, come to find out most of them was lying. When was the last time you heard one of those cases went through and they won the civil suit? Miss Outlaw, I got a doo-doo. Because the amount of shit that is on my head that circulate through my brain is just I got a shit. Telling everybody, telling all the who survivors. How are y'all in hiding so much, but you are able to speak to every damn body? How are y'all running from so many elites, but you still able to talk and be around every damn body? This is mind blowing. It looked like y'all in a hotel room right now. Are y'all running from the papers that the sheriff's office is trying to serve y'all? Ooh, great vibes. So, of course, you got to hide out into the hotel room. Y'all continue.
A lot of people are like, well, why don't you tell us this? And why don't you tell us that? Names and whatnot has never sincerely been my point.
Has never sincerely listened to now video.
Yeah.
Because if I mean, I told somebody one day, I was like, look, here's a playlist. Go get a pen and paper, write down every name she talking about and every location. Because listen, I can sit here and say San Bernardino, California. Like, I mean, she listed Nevada, right?
Yeah.
I didn't write down the people's names, but I could go back and write. She doesn't name CPS people. You know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about? What other information do we need and want? Like,
it's not that I wanted to go after anybody. It's that I wanted you to know the truth. Because we could be those people. We could release every name. We could release every address. We could give you everything that's in the dead man switch and in some of these documents right here. We could give you everything, and that would be shot calling. We're not shot calling.
What are they gonna do? What are you gonna do with what you already got? No, you ain't got to do all that. Like,
that's not my point. My point is to continue to tell you that this is not just a me issue. This has never been just about me. Right. This is about so many people suffering, guys, girls, young, old, those who are slave to the statistic and to the system that this runs in. You wouldn't believe the amount of people who help clean those sex toys in the Playboy and the brothels. Those people that made those parties, the people that cleaned the hotel after Diddy beat the hell out of Cassie. You wouldn't believe how much those people are slaves too. They may not be attacking someone, but they're slaves to the system. Those people who came out and I knew about it, you were slaves to that system. It was up to you to speak up. It's up to you to decide where you want to stand with it. It's up to you to decide what you want to do and who do you want to be, because I don't want to be even close to what they tried to make me to be. I'm trying to be who I needed.
Look, so my goal has never been. Which is a beautiful lady, super talented. Yeah.
And I love those parts of peace. I get it that there's somebody fighting a war every single day, but nobody deserves to be somebody's punching bag or somebody's sex toy or somebody's slave. Nobody. People are not property. So I'm just asking you to please. I know we signing off very soon, or maybe we just doing things a little bit different. I don't know yet. Maybe I'm gonna say screw it and become this dance teacher that I want to be and just have security. Maybe I'm just going to say screw it, write this book and put everything out there and turn around and get my life back. And I'm just going to have to do that with security because my face is everywhere. The internet's forever. You know, my face is not going anywhere. So I know that I'm a nightmare to those who hate me, and I'm a nightmare to those who break me. So I'm okay with that. But that's just the reality of it. Maybe maybe one day I'm gonna be able to teach again. I really miss that. It really gave me a purpose because I get to be somebody. I get to be a mentor. I get to have a purpose to say I'm here to teach you something that even if you do know, you get to decide who you want to be in it. And that's the beauty of being a dance teacher. Um, choreographers wear so many hats, from mentors to I'm always the type of person that when I teach something, I want to give affirmations. When I teach something, I want to give you an analogy that you can relate to it in life so you can take it along in life and keep going with it. And before you walk out of my eyesight, I want to let you know that you're enough because somebody never gave that to me. You know, my mama gave me that patience. My mama gave me that you're enough, you're worthy, you're okay. You know, you're safe, you're loved, and love is not jealous. Love is kind, love is patient. You know, she gave me that to say, you know, it's okay. And I try my best to just want to pass that down. I don't. I know a lot of people see me here, and are like, she always ting ting, and who do you know the butts of the government this bad? I am not doing it because I'm bored. Trust me, if I could just be left alone, I would. And I tried. We were talking about that earlier. As I tried for a minute to just not say anything to y'all. You know, I was still fighting, but I put my head down for a year, walked into a dance studio, and all I ever wanted was to say that that's mine. It's my art. That's my heart. Um, and I had to tell people, you know, let me go under justice because I want y'all to go have some fun. And I want you guys to be kids, and I want you guys to be able to know that I care about you, not because of what my name brings, not because of the trend that my name brings, not because of the rage bait and the clickbait that my name brings, because this is me. And that hurt more than anything to say, don't put my name on it, just go.
Well,
And
we
I
rebuke
want
that
one
in the
day.
name of Jesus for the future. Look, we coming to the Allie Carter shows, Allie Carter Productions. Look. Let her know in the comments if y'all gonna come to her Broadway show.
I really do. I would love to. The pieces that I was able to put on, I would love to show everybody one day. One day, I really worked hard to um, show you the things in my heart and put it, you know, in front of you. And I'm I'm a dance teacher. I'm a cheer choreographer. I teach special needs babies and all kinds of ages. I love to cook. I love to crochet. I love to fish. I am a very simple person. If you really got to know got to know the real me, I am a really simple person. It's just I have a story.
Well, I see somebody here saying they coming to the show. Somebody said they can visualize Allie's dance party. Okay, look.
I want to this weekend. I think I'm teaching a few classes in my private Telegram chat. Um, it would just be fun to just, you know, the world is falling apart. My life that doesn't want to hurt or torture me. I'm like, wow, what a man. When I when I know that's not good. I know that's not good. And when I said it out loud to him, he was like, and I'm like, listen, I don't have a bar. I have a bar for women because my mom has showed me. What mom do you know that has bucked at the government? What mom do you know that will beat down doors to say I'm not going to let my child go back? What mom do you know that is going to get on the road and say, "Hey, there is a trafficker after my child. I don't care what happens, but I will make it there because she ain't saying goodbye." Like my mom has set that bar for me of what real women are because the women before her, I didn't have one. You understand what I'm saying? There was no bar. There was none at all. I never had
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I keep forgetting to unmute the damn mic. Let me repeat everything I just said. Allie, Tory Outlaw, just said Shelly set the bar that her past mother couldn't set. Well, remember, facts over feelings. That we know, before you met Shelly, you was in a beautiful home. You had AC and heat. You had clothes on your back. You was fed every day. You was at school. She took you to your scheduled doctor's appointments. You was around your 5 other sisters. You had a family. You had mentors. You had a mother. And you was well taken care of. No, you don't have to like the rules inside the house. It's not your fucking house. Every house has rules. You go from that to living in the back of a van. But Shelly set the bar. You go from being in a family, your mother, your sisters, home, school, clothing, shelter, everything that a child needs. You go from that to living in the back of a van, and you call that the bar? She set the bar. Shelly set the bar. Once again, I have to keep my words that I want to say to myself out of respect to your mother. It's only because of your mother that's saving your ass from me. Woman, you got some nerve. Woman, y'all, she just did this interview today. And do you, this shit right here.
The women that were in my life were an excuse of a creature. Before.
Now you call your mama your biological mother. Now you said women, okay? That's plural. The women that was in your life. So I'm assuming you were talking about your biological mother and your sisters. You said women, not woman. You live in the back of a van. They are a sorry excuse for creatures, but you're living in the back of a van with a white woman. Y'all, I gotta stick to my morals and my values that my father taught me. Miss Outlaw, it's only because of you that I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I know you gave me the green light to be colorful, but because this is someone's child, I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
The men that were in my life before were a sad, pathetic excuse of a man. And the same creatures that I'm talking about, you're witnessing some of them, the same ones that want to keep coming after. And you can see those creatures don't hold a candle to women like you, Miracle. Those women don't hold a candle to women who are like, I will do it any damn thing that it takes to protect my child. When it comes to the men in my life, there were some men I argued with Captain. Captain is probably, if you watch this, Captain America, I love you, we love you. Nick Fury, I love you, we love you. Hawkeye, I love you, we love you. Gambit, I could go on forever. Wolverine, all of them. Like, there's so many men. Ant-Man, like, so many men in our life that have been like, I just want to protect you. And right there, I was like, are y'all okay?
You got all these people in your life that you look up to. Why the fuck is y'all living out of a van or a car? Y'all always on the road running from somebody. Why don't they have y'all? If all this shit you saying is true, why don't they have y'all in some type of beautiful home, right? With the proper food and the proper clothing, with security. You got all these wonderful people in your life, but Tori, sweetheart, your black ass is always in the damn. Are you listening to yourself? Everybody that was there for you, you pushed them away because you ran into the arms of somebody that put up with your bullshit. What has Shelly done for you? I'll wait. Tori, when was the last time you been to a doctor's appointment? I'll wait. Y'all, boy, man.
Like, really? Why? I had to. What do you want?
I mean, you are so easy to love, though, sis. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I mean,
and I understand that, but I'm like, for the men, I just had this conversation with one of the men because I'm like, I'm not going in a vest this time. And the man that put us in the vest in the first place, he argued with us, and I was just sitting there in shock. Like, you're arguing with me over my protection? Wow. Huh. Okay. Like, I don't know how to answer to that. Like, at first I'm like, don't tell me what to do. But then I'm like, you want to protect me? For no reason? You sure? No. Really? Like, and then when somebody messes up, the men in my life are like, where are you? And I'm like, listen, my expectation lifted off the ground the second that you said you just wanted to protect me. That's all it took. I don't have a bar for men because every other man before the men in my life now wanted to use me in some type of way, shape, fashion, or form. The men that you see that are still trying to threaten bodily harm and obsessed with stalking and harassing us, they just want to use us for bodily harm and for clickbait and rage bait. Those are not men. So I know that there's so many survivors that look at me now that's like, what the hell are you talking about? And I'm like, I know it's wild. Like I am just as shocked as you are because the men in our life now, I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like you.
No, it's just, that's what real actual people do. You know what I mean? Like, unfortunately,
the question is what's right with them. Like that's the better question. I don't have, the men in my life that are like, listen, men don't do this. This is not what they do. Men don't sell women and children. They protect women and children. Men don't sell a boy or a girl. They don't buy anybody's child for sex. They do not own people like they are property. This is not the way men work. And I was just like, really? Really? You sure? I know so many of you don't get it. And I'm sad for those who don't get it because then I know that where your bar is kind of where mine was. Like, mine is lifting up higher off the ground every single day, by the people that come in our life now that's like, hey, no, that's wrong. No, no, that's not the way that this goes. I wouldn't dare let somebody come into my home and hurt my child. I wouldn't dare $6 million man that I have. I love that man to death. Like he is the man that's not the way that works. And he has broke that down for me in his own household. That's just not the way that it works. And if it's not the way that it works in my household, then it wouldn't fly with me for any other woman, child, little boy, young adult. That's not the way that it works. And right there, I'm like, okay, so real people exist. That's why I keep saying that real people do exist. I'm persuading myself because I'm like, they're real. I'm still like, wake up, this is happening. Like they're real. And that's the sad part, because so many survivors and so many victims, people that are going through this hell right now, they can't fathom that. They can't fathom that there's other people that are like, no, this is not supposed to be going on. No, I'm not okay with you telling me that they're selling children, that they're.
So I don't know if y'all caught when she said there are content creators going after her, trying to do bodily harm to her, trafficking her name. You know, men, right? She's talking about me. Well, Miss Outlaw, out of respect for your daughter and out of respect for you, but I got to say this. Since we are not real men, the last time I checked, me and my wife own a home. We have children. We got food in the refrigerator. Clothes on our back. The kids eat every damn day. I as a man, I try my best to be the best version of myself, since I ain't no fucking man. Yesterday you called me day before yesterday you called me a pedo. Boy, man, young lady, if you was another dude talking like this, boy, you funny. You're funny. You are funny. You're funny. Voice, you're funny. Ma'am, you are funny. You are hilarious to me. You are nowhere near my level. And I'm not talking about anything that's material. I'm talking about mental. You're funny. You mad at me for playing videos of you lying on you. How you get mad at me for playing videos of you lying on yourself? Make that shit make sense. All that material shit, I can be dead one day and I can carry this shit with me. But one thing I do know, right here, I got a lot of room for improvement. Right? I do. I promise you I do. But this right here, young lady, you couldn't touch this. That's why you won't come to my platform and have a conversation with me. The only thing you could do is go on other content creators' platform and dog my name out indirectly. But I know you talking about me because you called me out about a month ago. You called me out. You said my name. You said my first and last name. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You ain't gonna do nothing. Stop being a coward. Come on my platform so we can have a conversation. And I want you to tell me anything I said wrong about you. You know why you won't do that? You know why you can't say nothing? Because I never said anything. You said everything. I just put a little comedy behind it.
Where somebody is not going to uncover the truth about not just what happened to children, but what's happening to another child. I'm not okay with that. So I thank you. I don't know who needs that thank you. That maybe you don't get it enough in your family. Maybe it's not said enough. Maybe you just don't hear it enough. But if you are doing something besides being on the side of pedophiles and predators, thank you, because that sets a bar for some people that you have no idea that you didn't do much. You just did everything. Of just saying, no, that's not the way it works. And that's a lot for a little, but thank you.
Hey, well, look, you know we love you around here and everything.
Just to let y'all know, we're gonna do 2 parts to this. We're gonna do 2 parts. Cause ain't no way we're gonna get through. We barely just made it to the halfway point. So yeah, we're gonna have to split this up into sections, right? To part 1 today and then part 2 tomorrow. Y'all, this shut up, great vibes.
And you know how we do, girl. We almost at that 2-hour mark. You know what I'm saying? We ain't there yet. We got about 30 more minutes, but you know. So it's up to you. It's up to you. You know, you at home, so you let us know what we doing. Like, do you have more to share with?
Let me clear my throat. And y'all, listen, we still haven't even got to the gooder part yet. This woman just said, hey, I know you at home. What home? They're in a hotel room. She clearly said at the beginning of this video, family, we are in a room with some air in it.
With us, or do you want to go to some comments or some questions, or what how you feel? What you want?
I was going to talk about a man that did damage control in my life. I know so many people.
So she asked, will she take questions? Y'all see that? Did y'all just see that? She just asked, will you take questions? I want to talk about a man that did damage control in my life. I told y'all you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. When they are being questioned, you are an enemy.
People jump to like, so is Lassane your father? We'll talk about that live. But I want to talk about the man that came to do damage control in my life that somebody keeps talking about on the internet. Now, I know that some of you are hearing some of those things, and this man has juice tattooed on his chest. I've seen it because I was assaulted by him.
Oh.
And I seen it.
Oh, I thought she was talking about me. I said, I was ready. Y'all, I was ready. I was like, cool, I got the spotlight. I finna spill special. Not feel, I finna spill special. Boy, damn. Like, I ain't got nobody ever on the fucking internet seen any parts of Great Vibes' body. So when she said tattoo, I'm like, hold on, nobody never seen any parts of my body. Ever. So that's good she said tattoo. I ain't got no damn tattoos. The only tattoo I got is a thick ass mole in the middle of my damn head. Right here. The mole is moling.
Because he took off his shirt. And I seen it because at 13, 14 years old, I wasn't supposed.
Miss Outlaw, over here, I don't have it set up yet for people to come up. This program that I'm using, it don't allow people to come up to speak. But I will be in the process to change that, right? To use a program to where y'all can come up and speak. But I am in the process of doing that. But for right now, I've been using TikTok to use that. But right now, my TikTok platform is up on the maintenance. It's under maintenance. I can go live from my other page, like I've been doing before, but I don't want to bring this type of content to that particular page because that page is my gaming, right? That's where I play a lot of games on, and I don't want to bring this type of content to that page, right? And I think I got almost 3,000 followers over there, and people like to game over there and have fun. But I am definitely looking into that to download the program so people can come up and speak here on YouTube. All right?
Supposed to see it as a child that just came into his life. Now, he was paying $50 child support in 2004. This is the information, the insurance documents. I'm just going to spit this out right now. My head is already spinning, so it's might as well, right? But this man was supposed to be paying child support, $50.
Are they face to face? No, they are doing. I think this is like a Zoom. That she used to. It's either Zoom or StreamYards that they use to do this video chat over to YouTube. Yo, did y'all hear that? Listen, did y'all hear what she just said? A man with a tattoo that was paying child support to her. Who the fuck is she talking? Miss Outlaw, do James have a tattoo going across his chest? Who is this person she talking about that was paying child support? Because if she talking about Mr. Simpson, oh yeah, I got something to do now. Y'all, who the hell is she talking about that was paying $50 in child support? You said she's talking about her baby daddy? Okay, y'all, this is new. What baby? Who baby daddy? What? Let me rewind.
So you let us know what we doing. Like, do you have more to share with us, or do you want to go to some comments or some questions, or what? How do you feel? What you want?
I was going to talk about a man that did damage control in my life. I know so many people jump to like, so is Lassane your father? We'll talk about that live. But I want to talk about the man that came to do damage control in my life that somebody keeps talking about on the internet. Now, I know that some of you are hearing some of those things, and this man has juice tattooed on his chest. I've seen it because I was assaulted by him. And I seen it because he took off his shirt. And I seen it because at 13, 14 years old, I wasn't supposed to see it as a child that just came into his life. Now, he was paying $50 child support in 2004. This is the information, the insurance documents. I'm just going to spit this out right now. My head is already spinning, so it's might as well, right?
Miss Outlaw, who is she talking about? Who the Y'all, don't tell me she's making up another story. Because how we go from Snoop Dogg to this? How we go from Snoop Dogg to this? Who the hell is it? How we go from Snoop Dogg Yo, these are new these are new lots. How we? No. Leah, she said no. Her mother said it's not her dad. No, her mother said it's not James. She didn't. Her mother said no. Y'all look right here. Right here. This is what her mother said. Okay, her father. Whoa, you mean to tell me now? Okay, so she's talking about y'all. I want to get clarity, and I need to hear this from her mother's mouth before I say anything. She's talking about her biological father. I'm about to, y'all. Can I please get my mind wrapped around this shit first, y'all? Hold on.
Your father. We'll talk about that live. But I want to talk about the man that came to do damage control in my life that somebody keeps talking about on the internet. Now I know that some of you are hearing some of those things, and this man has juice tattooed on his chest. I seen it because I was assaulted by him, and I seen it because he took off his shirt, and I seen it because at 13, 14 years old I wasn't supposed to see it as a child that just came into his life. Now, he was paying $50 child support in 2004. This is the information, the insurance documents. I'm just going to spit this out right now. My head is already spinning, so it's might as well, right? But this man was supposed to be paying child support, $50 at one point in 2004, and then it went up to $75 for child support. Now, this woman was getting, this creature was getting money for every child that was in her custody. She was getting government money. She was stealing Social Security cards. She was selling the medication of premature children. It's all in documents. It's all in information. If you look, there's more than 6 girls that were in her custody, and I was one of them. Many of the kids were shuffled around. That's why all of them have different fathers. It's not just because she was sleeping with anything that walked. It was because she was making money off of it. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. There's those women who just have children to make money. They don't care about the kids. They make money off the kids. Don't sit here and act like you don't know what I'm talking about. There are people who have had to step in to be mothers, fathers, advocates to people who they didn't want the kids. They saw the kid as a commodity. And whether it was a commodity for the government or whether it was a commodity somehow for them, you have kid influencers all over the place now that if they don't sincerely care about their kid, they see a dollar sign. So all of these kids had different fathers. And for me, she kept telling me she didn't get enough money for me because at one point he was only paying $50. She was getting like $800 to $1,000 a kid without working, without doing anything. When it came down to the oxygen tanks that some of the kids were on, the cerebral palsy that one of the kids had, the autism that she claimed that they had, claiming false medical conditions so that she can receive more money for them. I wouldn't play along or bite into any of that. So she kept telling me, I don't receive enough money for you, which is why her boyfriends and the people that were in her life were allowed to do whatever they wanted to do to me. So this man in 2004, a lot of people were assuming that I was talking about O.J. Simpson. His name is not O.J. Simpson, but it's very familiar. And again, he has juice tattooed on his chest because he played football in college. And I'm
Are y'all? Do y'all hear this?
name, just like I didn't uncover anybody else.
Man, she's talking about her father, James Simpson. So who's your father? Is it Tupac or is it James? One minute it was Tupac, now it's James. Are you serious. Y'all, listen. Look here. Look here. Yo, 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 yo. I know it get worse. Do y'all
but a lot of people are uncovering their own things. I did not cover LaCroix Goblin's name, uncover that. I covered it. I did not uncover LaTwat Waffle's name. She uncovered it. Nobody has ever heard me say who I knew of as a mother in my life. I called them a surrogate because I'm not even sure. I'd want a DNA test because I'm not even sure who goes to who. But right now, I don't need to know because the real mother that I have explains to me everything that I have ever questioned. So I don't need to know now because the real woman that stands in my face tells me everything that I need to know from her actions, from her words, from her patience, from the battle that she fights every day to keep me safe. So the people that were in my life before, they didn't even do half of that. Remember that bar we just talked about? So when you know that, you don't need any more answers. Like the people who have had to step in to be parents to somebody who's not your child, to be advocates to someone who you see nobody is speaking up for. So anywho, this man in 2004 was paying $50 child support, and it bumped up to $75 of child support. The child support then stopped because then they figured out there's no.
okay? You said you was 13, 14 years old. In 2004, how old were you? Let's do the math. You was born in 94. That would put you 10. So was it 10 years old or you was 13 or 14 years old? I want y'all to understand something. This woman is just talking off the top of her. Listen, y'all can't, y'all listen. Tori, 2004 will make you 10. You're saying that your biological father, James Simpson, did something to you at 13 or 14? Man, Mr. Simpson, if you are listening, I hope you taking notes, sir.
No point to support a child that's not yours. So the support stopped, the money stopped because
To support a child that's not yours?
it's not, there's no point to support a child and ask for child support that's not yours, right? So I remember it like yesterday, October 5th of 2005, when this man came out to Ontario Mills parking lot, the Dave & Buster's parking lot. And we sat outside in the car, and I had never been to an arcade before. I didn't know what to do with walking into a place because I'd never been anywhere. I was about 11, I think, 11 or so years old. And I remember them putting me in the car and them standing outside of the car and saying, "She's not my child. So the only way that I'll stay is if I get something out of your brown eyes, if I get to have sex with you. That's the only way that I'll stick around. And then that way I'll give you the money in your hand so we don't have to go through the courts anymore because she's not my child. So if you can pay me through," I'm sorry, just the reference of what some men will say, "but getting my dick wet. If you could pay me through that, then I'll play with whatever you want me to play along with." And so he did. October 5th, 2005. I heard that conversation and I'll never forget, like, what? is going on, because this is when I started asking too much questions. This is when I started asking friends of mine, how do you get in trouble? This is when I was fighting the woman that was laying me across her lap to check my vagina like there was something that she was going to see. And she was doing it to her other kids too. And I started fighting her because I was like, get off me. What are you doing? And I couldn't do much about it. So I started asking too much questions. I started fighting back a little too much. So she brought this man in for damage control. And 12 years old. Damage control, MK Ultra Wise, what that looks like is they bring other people in your life.
Yeah, did y'all hear Shelly? Did y'all hear Shelly in the background? Boy.
So you'll see that with Britney Spears. You'll see it with Demi Lovato. You'll see it all over the place, that they bring people in your life to distract you. They bring people in your life and they plant them there to make something appear a different way. They will trigger programming that way. They will cause addictions to start back up. I always talk about Demi Lovato's Anyone song. Actually go listen to her. If you get the chance to go listen to the song Anyone, I tried to talk to my piano. I tried to talk to my guitar. I talked to my imagination and I confided into alcohol. I tried and tried and tried some more. I told secrets until my voice was sore. But I'm tired of empty conversations because no one hears me anymore. So at one point, she was trying to tell people what was going on, and then they brought somebody else in her life, and then reset. Kanye. One minute he's talking to you and he's telling you the truth, and you're like, that's a little too much truth. And the next minute, you know, Kim Kardashian comes in and he's just exhausted. He needs to be hospitalized for exhaustion. He goes into the hospital, he comes back, and that's not the same person that you guys were listening to, right? All those posts they just stop. They come to all.
So Miss Outlaw just put in the comments, y'all. Same lies she told CPS. This is why CPS took her kids away. So y'all, this is what we're going to do tonight. Because I am pissed beyond pissivity. We're going to pause the live tonight. And we're going to resume tomorrow. It's going to be sometime in the early afternoon. All right. I can't take no more of this shit. It's almost 1 o'clock my time. Okay, it's almost 1 a.m. Because I know shortly she's going to start talking about me. That's what I was listening to when she was live, and I was laughing. So I need the energy for that. All right? I don't know how the fuck she got on Kanye. I guess she was using him as an example. I don't know. No, it's going to be YouTube. My TikTok is going to be down for 6 more days. 6 more days. Yeah. They came in. I don't know if she did it. But a bunch of the armies came in and started reporting my page, saying it was false information. When I was playing her video, they reported my page. All right, I'll check my email. No, it's all right, y'all. It's fine. I'm not worried. That's why we over here. All right? So, y'all, I'll be back in the early morning hours. Early afternoon. But I want to thank you all. Everybody. All of you all. Thank y'all so much for coming and supporting this platform. Because tomorrow I have the energy enough to continue with this. I cannot believe she said this about her biological father. Allie, I'm Tori Outlaw. Ma'am, what goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. Listen, y'all, thank y'all so much for y'all support. Thank y'all for y'all dedication. And I will see y'all again on tomorrow. This is your boy, Great Vibes on 10 for the win. And I will see y'all on tomorrow. Have a great evening.